Hello, everybody. Welcome back again. Welcome. Happy Sunday. And guys, if you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. This is going to be a very quick live stream, actually, because I am tired from all the work that I've been doing. I'm just going to wait for a few seconds for others to join us. Let's wait for others to join us and we should get started. Okay. Happy Sunday as always, or as usual, as a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Glasgow. Happy weekend to use all. Let me close some of this app down so that it doesn't slow down my computer. Guys, please like and share as a comment as we wait for others to join us. Let me shut my door. There we go. Like and share as they come in. Like and share as they come in. Like and share, guys. Okay. There's a few of you here already, so I guess you better get started. Just gonna drink some water. So, hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wemimo, and I'm also known as Tatimamo5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. So you guys know the couple we are discussing today. We are discussing Natasha and Tubaba. You guys know they both got married. Was it over the weekend? Was it last weekend? I think it was last Saturday they got married. There was hush. We knew they were getting married, but I don't think a lot of people seem to. Hello, Abby. Welcome. I don't think a lot of us knew what day they were getting married, or we knew they were getting married, but we're just not sure when exactly it was going to be. Did you see our messages? Hey, Abby, I've been editing videos. I think I've been catching up. Oh, I just saw that now. We could do that. We could do that after this one. What do you think? Or maybe we should do this for about half an hour and then we'll do IVD. Because I was meant to do Tuface yesterday, or when was that? But Abby should have called me instead. I just saw it now. I could have just swapped the dates around. Anyway, we can still do two shows. You know, when we finish this one, I come right back again. So, just as we knew over the weekend or past week there, and like I said, I'm not going to be. We are not going to be quiet. We're not going to stay here for a very long time. So, Two-Face got married, and we all know the drama that erupted or that is surrounding Tubaba and his new bride. And I don't think Tubaba's married to Annie Macaulay. I don't think their marriage has been finalized yet, because I don't think divorce cases I would say that consider calling. I was not even checking my phone. I was just editing videos away, so I was not checking. So we don't know yet if Tubaba's divorce to Annie Macaulay has been finalized yet. But apparently these two got married traditionally, and I would imagine they decided to get married traditionally because obviously the divorce case from the previous wife is still ongoing. And looking at the bride, she looks pregnant to me. And there were a couple of videos that I saw, obviously, where she was, when she knelt down and then when she was trying to get up. You could just see, I mean, looking at her from the side view, she looked pregnant. She looked preggers, okay? And I'm not faulting her for being pregnant. It's the man that I am actually here to talk about. And we all saw the drama that happened after Tuface, went on that podcast where he was like, you can love a woman with all your heart, but you can still do play away match. And I don't think it was up to 24 hours after he did that show, or I don't think it was up to 24 hours after that show aired that Baba came out with an apology video. He turned to radio guard. He was facing sideways and somebody was filming him from the side to say it was misconstrued, blah 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 blah. Exactly why they rushed with the marriage. So it was not even up to after 24 hours after that show. He came out to apologize that it was misconstrued, blah 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 blah. And like I said, if I think I did it, I reacted to that video. That come now the way Nigeria is now, it just need to start a trend, and then some people will jump on it, and then that's it. It become a trend. So him saying that, oh, you can love your wife till death. So like this, for example, Davido can love Chioma to death and back, but he's still allowed to go and cheat. So that's pretty much what he's saying to us. So with that being said, like I said, now for the fact that he's come to hear it, others will now start following suit. They've always run with men are polygamous in nature. Men are polygamous in nature. So now, obviously, Two-Face Annie is doing fine. And yes, during that time, before we even found out about the wedding, I knew there was a message. Two-Face mother was like, she was looking for Two-Face, that Natasha should remove the beads around Two-Face's neck, blah 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 blah. Only for us to see Mama at the wedding. Mama did not come back to tell us that she has found Two-Face. And even before then, prior to that wedding, Kuti Jules, there's a blogger who has been like, oh, both of them, they were allegedly locked up in a place. Maybe, I don't know, that because both of them were not doing great. I don't know how to do that. That's why I said allegedly. So they got married, but then my own bone of contention, or my surprise or my shock is that I understand it's a hello Zeno welcome. I understand it's a private wedding. We obviously have not seen all the videos from the events. How many of Two-Face's family actually went there with him? Yes, I saw his mom, but were his brothers there? I don't know how many siblings Two-Face has, but I was obviously from the videos I saw, yeah, we pretty much saw the mom, but how many of Two-Face's family were at that wedding with him? Aside his mom. Like I said, I don't know how many siblings Two-Face has. And then again, how many of his friends attended? And obviously, he's a legend, as he claimed he is. His wedding should be talk of the town, right? Yeah, I understand that he's still divorced from previous wife. We don't know if that divorce has been finalized or not. But then, just like Abby said there, why the rush with the marriage? You've just came out from a marriage of how many years? There was Basbos, which obviously, looking at what happened, both of you, a few times that Annie has come out here to shout out. Maybe there was a little bit, maybe just a wee bit of toxicity. And being a father, a man with 3 women who had children with you, you will have thought that, okay, for the fact that yes, you were able to get away from Annie, that is, the marriage was no longer, you will give yourself some time. Abby said, pray for my network. Oh. You will have thought that it will give himself time off any wedding, maybe date for longer period. Or, I spoke about this man, this Farouk Oriagba. He's been married and divorced twice. Man is gently, a babe somewhere is gently looking after Baba. Baba's not said because he was twice married that he should marry for the 3rd time. Yes, I think this is Two-Face's 2nd marriage, but then his first one was not that great to an extent. And then there are like 7 children from 3 women, and he's rushed into another marriage. I don't know. You would think that at the age that he is, it will be for him to stay with that woman, and they'll both enjoy life together. They will travel together, do a lot of memorable things together, because for him, he's 50, he's at that phase of his life whereby there shouldn't be anything like midlife crisis or something. It should be like an achieved man, so a man who has achieved, because yes, he has that beautiful woman by his side, but it is at the age of 50, he decided to toss the woman that he spent almost half of his life, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe a quarter of his life with. I don't understand. Anyway, that was his choice. He went ahead to rush into another marriage with all of the baggages that he has carried from his previous marriage. And now to the lady he got married to. Yes, she's in politics. She's from a rich family, blah, 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 blah. But then I think she's young. How old is she? 30 something. Why rush into a marriage with a man whose wedding or whose previous marriage is yet to be finalized? Hello, Sister Natu. Welcome, my brave sister. How are you? Why rush into a marriage with a man with 3 baby mamas? Why rush into a marriage with a controversial man who has said to the public that yes, he could love you till the moon, but he's still going to kill you outside. He's still going to carry you. He's still going to do a way match. As a young lady, yes, I believe she has a previous marriage as well. I mean, not previous marriage. She was dating somebody who promised her marriage. Obviously, the marriage did not happen allegedly, and I believe she has her own 2 children from a previous relationship as well. So even at that, you think it was a zaddy? It was a fake. It's an alleged fake zaddy that he decided to go for. I mean, I know women who obviously single mothers. Not all single mothers will be lucky to get a single young man to get married to. That Waneka, you guys know Waneka that sells woman hair. I don't know the kind of head she has. She had 3 children with her previous husband, and only for babe, to throw her shots, and she was able to get a young single man who married her. I guess it depends on how you carry yourself, right? So my question now again is this. As a young lady who has a bright career in politics, obviously from a family who has money, as we are being told, she looks all right to me. She's slim, petite, she looks good. She can still turn heads. Why settle for Baba Ndagbe, Baba of 50 years old with extra baggages? As young as she is, you would think that she would go for maybe not a man with 7 children, maybe not a man with drama written all over his forehead. She went ahead to marry him. And again, like I said, it seems Natasha is pregnant allegedly. And I always ask this question on my channel, like, why do men who leave their wives start the journey of rearing children with another woman straight away? An example of that is Yole Doche. Yole's wife gave him 4 children. You will have thought, at him, no more children, right? And then he did a play-away match where he accepted that the first baby with Judy was a mistake. The second, third one, are they also mistakes? Like, Yol is 40 something. How old is Yol? The journey he already started in the earliest stage of his life, and he's now at the mid stage of his life, and he decided to start that journey all over again. It's just like me now being 42. God forbid I start another relationship. And I said that when my last child is almost going to finish from secondary school, and now say that I want to go and start having another baby, like make it make sense. But men tend to do that easily. And then look at obviously an example of that again. Obviously, Nedu Oko is a known polygamist. He has plenty of women, and he's married with your young lady, Regina. Look at Regina's age to Ned Nwoko, and look at the ages of Regina's children. By the time Regina's child is 20 years old, Ned will be like maybe 80 something or almost in his late 80s. Which means that when those children are at the age of maybe graduating from uni, getting their first job, getting married, Ned Nwoko might not be there. So why do men often do that? Obviously, when their relationship breaks, the next thing, they're starting another marriage and they're having babies. Like, you are starting to change nappies. It's not as if African men change nappies anyway because they believe that it's the duty of the wife. But why start that journey all over again? These are my questions. And before we go on, obviously, I'm going to take a couple of, like I said, I'm not going to be here for too long, so we can do blessing and IVD. I think I'm going to end the live stream when I finish this and then take half an hour break and start blessing and IVD one. So a couple of videos actually that I found, I'm going to play them right now. They were very, very funny. There was a one where the Baba was saying, Tuface, you don't marry. Let me see if I can find that video because I saved it. That Tuface, you don't marry. This one go work. This one go last. And this is part of the video, the part of the picture that we just saw. I think we spoke about the video, their wedding slightly. I think we did it briefly last week or something. So that was the first image that we saw of their, pre-wedding photo shoots. And then Abby was like, what kind of cake is this? Right, let's go. So obviously that's the entertainer. even think the venue was a hall. I think it was maybe somewhere in a bigger environment or in a bigger living area. I think that's where they held the marriage. But what do we know? Me, actually, I know, sir. In my life, I wouldn't want to be a hush hush wife. Exactly. Abby said, "What's the obsession with having babies?" And Abby said, "This wedding is looking like olden days wedding." Exactly. They told us that he's a legend. Why is he having? Why have this? Obviously, I would understand that his divorce is yet to be finalized, but still, and I know there's no way they were going to wait, because we all heard in the case of Daddy Freeze and his wife how long it took. I mean, he went ahead to get married to his wife anyway, and they've been married for how many years, and then divorce was just about to be finalized. So obviously, I wouldn't want them to wait for that long. I would say that was a throwback wedding. It was in her father's house. All right, okay. Because I was like, it looks like a living room. Oh. Why are they showing us the floor? So this is where this was the image I saw that I said it looks as if she's pregnant. She looks pregnant to me. Both of them look like, I don't know. There's just something off with obviously with their union and both of them.
It's wrong. It's don't worry. It's go down. Give me. You want to go? I need to go. You said the other people. They are very small. They are 7 months. They are 7. We're counting. In the program of paradox, is a yellow come out. And you try to develop the best you would have done it. Now, they can't see them. To the camera, to the platform. Now, it's not going. There's no way to back. The good Lord is going to protect this marriage, preserve it. It will be sweet. It will be sweet like a sugar and honey and salt.
It will be sweet like a sugar and honey and salt.
What I wish you is what I wish your wife. Also to be sweet and sugar and salt in the name of Jesus. As nobody know how water enter coconut.
That was the song I said they were playing, and I was like, excuse me? We all know that song was signed and sealed for Annie Macaulay. That, like, I was listening to a show earlier, and the show was like, come, if that was me as a man, I'll be thinking of the woman I sang the song for. And he's shaking his head, like both of them. See, even the way she's eating him, though, there was obviously something off about both of them. Like, obviously, they are married, they are bones of each other, they deserve each other, but obviously, I just kind of like, I don't know. It's children with Annie. I don't know how they will maybe see their dad. Obviously, I don't know. I'm just saying. But then there's something off about the two of them. And then when I now saw this video of African Queen being sung, and I was like, excuse me? Why is that song? That song that was signed and sealed for Annie Macaulay. Why is it being sung at your wedding? And as your wife, she's not dancing, Sha. It is only the husband that was dancing to the song, him grooving to the song, but the auntie was not. I just don't. I mean, who are the people insulting again? I've not seen any of them. Oh, you've raptured them. Okay. I didn't see the person. It just felt off, singing Queen, African Queen. Why don't you just maybe, write another song for her? But they decided to sing African Queen. Now won't be me at that wedding. I'm sorry. Just like I said, it's like I said, it's something strange off about the wedding. I saw his mom, but none of his friends. Maybe they were hiding somewhere, but no friends. any of his siblings. Like, I don't understand. You're meant to be a legend. And this girl, you only wed. Obviously, nowadays you're allowed to wed as many times as you want. But as a woman, I don't think Natasha has ever been married, like proper married before. So this should probably be her first wedding. And then you got wedded like this. A legend wedded you like this. Women, don't undersell yourself. Young Gen Zs, don't. If you're going to get married to a zaddy, if you are going to get married to a zaddy, you have to be getting married. If it's possible to get married in the sky, get married in the sky, because obviously it's your first time you're doing it, and you would want to make it memorable, right? Not this way. So there's a particular video that I saw where the Baba was like, Tuface, don't marry. Right, I don't want to play that song in case it's copyrights. There's a video I'm actually trying to look for where the Baba was like, Tuface, don't marry. That one, I want to find that video, and then I'll drop the link and we can all have or can share our views and thoughts as always. Let me find that video, guys. I know I saved it somewhere. You know, videos like this, when you're looking for it, you won't find it. Let me see if I can find it somewhere there. Guys, please like and share. I'm going to drop the links to the comment section soon. Where did I put that video now? Not this one. That's not the one. Those were pictures of them getting married. Pictures of them. The first pictures that were released. That's Tuface's mother there. The one in the red and something gaily. Oh yeah, I think no. Is this video? No. I can't seem to find that video, Sha. I would have loved to play it for you guys. Right, okay, while I'm looking for it, let me drop the link so that you guys can phone in. And then I can take your calls. Hello, my Agidi uncle. Uncle Beno. Welcome. Happy Sunday to you, sir. M5, let me marry and remarry. We are not saying you should not marry and remarry, but Uncle Beno, at this age, a man in his 50s that should be gallivanting, traveling everywhere with his wife. You now want to start the journey again. A journey of a young wife. A journey of changing nappy, or maybe if you ever had the chance to change nappy, you want to start that all over again. Like, I just cited Yole Doche as example as well. Blueprint, welcome. That if I'm a man, I wouldn't want to do that. At 50 with 7 children, I wouldn't want to. Yes, even if I want to start life with another woman again, I wouldn't want to start the journey of having more babies. You already have 7, 3 women, and you've not even given yourself the chance to, like, you know, reflect. And there's it's been alleged that Natasha has always been in the book, just like Blessing Maginyash has been with IVD, even though when Bimbo was still alive. So there's been assertions, it's been alleged that Natasha has always been in Tuface's life while Tuface was still married to Annie. But still, yes, your marriage failed. You've not actually taken the time to reflect that, okay, as a man, what did I do? How did I contribute into this marriage turning out to be what it is? And I won't be surprised. It is his third leg. Now in third leg be the wala. Guys, I've dropped the link in the comment section if you guys want to phone in. Like I said, it's going to be a very quick live stream here because Tuface story does not really give me money that much. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time doing the story. Not be me call her Maginia show. Abby, what's that lady's name? Easy. Now Easy they call her Maginia. She not be me. Oh, I'm just borrowing the word. before they now come for me now. Hello, everyone. I see you. The rebuild blueprint. Welcome. That chunky. Welcome. Happy Sunday to you, Samuel. Welcome. How are you? And also, just like I was saying earlier, guys, the link is in the comment section. If anybody wants to phone, I know Abby said that network is not as Nigeria is already showing Abby. Nigeria is already showing Abby. I'm trying to look for that video of that Baba that said, Tuface, you have married. This one will work. I can't seem to find that video now. So, Okuba, it would be lovely to hear your view on why the men, obviously, at the age that Tuface's Baba's wedding ended, marriage ended, you'll have thought that he would just look for one small girl that will be replenishing his blood, Abby. But Baba is actually going in. And like I said, Natasha looks like she's pregnant. It looks as if she's pregnant. Hello, honey babe. Honey baby beat Abby to the house today. How are you, my beautiful sister?
I'm fine. I'm cooking. All I do is cook. These kids, man, they can't stop eating. I just came to say hi. When you said that you don't want to stay for long because this matter doesn't make you money.
Anytime I talk about Tuface, I don't get a lot of money from it.
So he actually married her then?
Yeah, he married her now. He did.
Wow. How this guy?
That's what I'm saying. That has he even reflected on why his marriage actually ended?
No, he hasn't. I mean, we said this on Auntie B's show that fine, even if you're ending another relationship, you're supposed to reflect. But I think he's gonna. I mean, he has 7 kids, right? And he's had how many baby mothers? This is someone that chooses not to reflect and chooses not to take accountability and to improve himself. So we shouldn't be shocked that he's not ready to take time out to reflect on himself. So he will continue with the same cycle of, immaturity and all the nonsense that comes with him. So we shouldn't be shocked. I mean, like I said, everyone's a grown adult. If Natasha chooses to marry this type of person, then you choose to embrace the nonsense that comes with Tuface.
Yeah,
I say this, I wish him the best of luck, but I don't actually wish them the best of luck. I'm just being polite.
I was actually asking the question again that why do men, obviously, being married to Annie, you've left, why do you want to start the journey all over again? Journey of rearing babies. He's 50 years old. And I started an example of Nedunwoko and Regina. Look at the age of Nedunwoko and the age of Regina and the age of Regina's children. So by the time those children are in their 20s, Nedunwoko won't be here. And I think that's
I think for men, it's about being relevant because, when you get to a certain age, you kind of look at your mortality. And I think for him, he wants to be relevant. He's the type of person that cannot be without a woman. Look at his history. He was dating multiple women while dating Annie. He went back to them during their marriage. This is someone that feels like he's not himself unless he's with women. And we say this about women all the time, that you have to find yourself and love yourself. I personally think there's a defect in Tuface where there's some type of trauma, and this is why he manifests so this is how he manifests and the way he moves. I personally think there's a disconnect where I don't think he really loves himself. And I think I wanted to say that I think that he believes that having women and them affirming it by saying they love him is the way that he loves himself. I don't know if I'm making any sense, sorry, but I just think definitely he doesn't know himself and he doesn't love himself.
And also, I don't think he knows. I don't think he actually knows what he wants, because, like I said, I cited an example of that guy called Farouk Oreagba. He was a Stis guy, the guy that was in the Oju, what's it called? That Ijebu festival thingy. With his outfits, it was very, very popular. I watched one of his interviews. He was married twice and divorced twice, and he's got children. Man is looking every day. He's dating. He's not gonna get married for the 3rd time. I think for a man at that age, especially that of Tuface as well, you should just look for a babe that will be looking after you.
I personally think there's nothing wrong in being married again. You know about my mom at 75, but I think there has to be a period of reflection. Okay, you look back and say, what things did I do wrong? Yeah, again, I mentioned accountability. What things can I improve on? And if after that you still feel that you want to get married, who are we to say? I personally think there's nothing wrong with marriage at any age, and I refer back to my mother and her age. That shouldn't be an obstacle because you're a certain age. But I think with Mr. Tuface, I think there's a problem where he just jumps from relationship to relationship without any reflection. I think that's where the problem is. I personally believe there's nothing wrong with getting married and not having kids. I still think there's this psychology where they believe that marriage is just a route to have kids. You can be married, i.e. your first or second marriage, where you decide you don't want kids, or you marry again and it's just for companionship. There's no kids. So it doesn't have to be this kind of like preconceived button where when I get married, I have to have kids. With this Natasha, obviously she hasn't had kids, so it's not going to work. But you can be married to someone, blended family, and you don't have any more kids, second marriage.
Natasha has children from previous relationship.
Yes. There's no, yeah, sorry. So I didn't hear you, sorry.
I said Natasha has 2 kids from previous relationship.
Then there's no the thing that I didn't know that. Apologies, I didn't do my research. If that's the case, see, I don't know whether it's our community. There's always this kind of thing that if you marry again, I have to give my new husband a kid. I don't know whether yeah. I know very much, obviously, I'm in the UK as well. You're in the UK as well. And I see a lot of friends of mine that are not African, and they will, I have a friend that is, been divorced, 3 kids, Caucasian. She's married again. They don't want any more kids. The guy has 2 kids. He's got 3 kids. Why must it be a must that you have to every marriage have a kid? You want to be like a football team. It's not necessary.
Not at all. Not at all. And now that they are saying that, you know what, we don't know, maybe his music career, we don't know. Obviously, maybe he's still making waves, maybe he's still making money. We are not sure. And then you have 7 children to cater for, and then plus 2 from Natasha, plus another one. I'm looking at this woman, she looks pregnant to me.
Yes, I think she is. It's just not necessary.
I just feel like if that was me, as a man, I'm not going to get married. I'm just going to look for somebody, a young baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's your choice, but I think I'm just flipping it that there's nothing wrong if you want to get married, as long as you've done the work. If you've been married before, I think my thing is that, like I said, if I get married again, even if I had the ability to have kids, I wouldn't want another kid. It would be a case of I would look for the thing with me. I'm very intentional. If I do decide I want to venture into another marriage, I would look for someone that has a similar experience to me, probably a widower or divorced, and has kids. So we both got kids from our marriages, and we're just doing blended family. Why would I go through the trauma of another pregnancy, even if I could have? It's not necessary. You can bond with your husband without having the pressure of I need to have a child for him. This kind of notion that you have, in order for a marriage to be valid, you have to have a child with your spouse. It doesn't. I mean, that's a very our community, very African mindset. Very much where I am. That's not how we think. You don't have to connect with your husband by having a kid for him. It's not necessary, especially when you have prior kids.
Exactly. I agree with that. There was no need for other babies, but we'll be here. We'll be Baba Yogi. And look at him in the video. Barely stand. Like, to you, I've seen pictures of people comparing what it looks like when it was with Annie and how it banga fish now with Natasha. And I like some netizens are just in their own feelings. Like, you know what, he could barely stand while he's with Natasha, but with Annie, it looked more chopped up, it looked more masculine, it was looking dapper. But now Baba is looking like old Baba Yogi. So I just felt like, obviously, just like I said, I don't think it's reflected because the moment how long it took him to jump into marriage, you would think that you've been married to a woman that long, and then
he hasn't even thought. Sorry to interrupt. He hasn't even thought. Like for me, I'm not saying I know everything, but you have, it's been a very public breakup, on social media. I think some of his kids are at the age where they have access to social media. You haven't even thought about the impact of the news of the divorce and you moving on and all the narratives and trolls that are telling the mother. You haven't even thought about how this impacts your children. That doesn't show reflection. You haven't even thought about, okay, let me hold it down. Even if I want to marry this babe of mine, Natasha, let me cool down, let me wait, let them heal my children, let me have
Exactly.
conversations with them, let me connect with them, let me make sure that, okay, they're okay with me marrying her, even if they weren't before. Let me give them time. No reflection at all.
You just put it out there, and it just
Exactly.
it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, if this was my brother, we'll be having serious talk. We will be having serious talk. And just like I was saying that the marriage obviously was a hush marriage, there doesn't seem to be a lot of his family there. Not even friends. Like, where are his friends? Because I'm sure he has a massive gathering of friends around him. Yes, I saw a picture of his mom is there. Where are all his social friends? Where are they? Yes, it's a hush hush wedding, but this is a hush hush wedding. Where are your friends? Where are your pals? Anyway, babe, thank you so much for that contribution. Happy you are in. What's your take?
You guys, first of all, before I say anything, pray for me that my network will be
Your
stable.
network will survive in Jesus' name.
Amen. Hi, honey babe.
Hi,
Mama.
Abby. You're good.
Nigeria is showing our baby sister.
This weekend has been bad with the network. I've been doing okay, but I don't know what happened this weekend. Anyway, the first thing I want to say is that this wedding looks like a throwback wedding. It looks like a wedding that was done in like 2005. From the outfits to the photography, were they not professional photographers? They use Samsung phones to take the pictures. Just my own criticism. But most especially, I think that what we're eliminating is the fact that Tuface might have felt let down by a lot of industry friends during this process. I mean, even Daddy Freeze, that is meant to be his close friend. Remember that he was even meant to be Daddy Freeze's best man, but he couldn't
Yeah,
make it. And then Blackface,
yeah.
who,
Mhm.
Honey Babe, I don't know if you know who Blackface is. Blackface is one of Two-Face's previous team. So Two-Face is part of like a boy band called
Okay.
Plantation.
Yeah, I
So
remember that. Yeah.
Blackface is one of them, and then the other one is like Phase. His name is called Phase. So Blackface ended up representing Two-Face at Daddy Freeze's wedding. So that's how close they are. Like, it goes as far back as, I'm not talking about his second wedding, I'm talking about his first wedding to his first wife years ago. Even Daddy Freeze was so confused by this relationship and called him out. So if someone as
Yeah.
close as Daddy Freeze can call you out, can you imagine the other people that felt so strongly about this?
Mm.
So I feel like, do you think that Two-Face feels like he doesn't really have real friends anymore because none of them actually backed him up or stood by him? And I think I've said this story before on the platform where MI, the Nigerian rapper, he had the same
Yeah.
situation where he was dating a woman for over 10 years. And he had a deal with the woman where they were not supposed to get married. I don't know, they were just supposed to keep dating and all. And all of a sudden, he switched and married somebody else that he met within months of meeting her, and basically
Mm.
just abandoned the other lady. That woman is not a celebrity. She's just someone that's known here and there because she was with him. Do you know that a lot of people in the industry stood by her because they felt so bad, to the point where if you go and search for Emma's wedding, there's no
Yeah.
popular vendor. No popular vendor served at Emma's wedding. Not
Yeah.
makeup artist, not photographer, not hairdresser, nothing. Because people were just like, nah, this guy is messy when they heard the story. So I wonder if something similar might be going on with
Two
Two-Face.
Face.
Remember that because Anya has been with Two-Face for so long, they have too many mutuals as well. This is a case of a wife that probably they have the same friends. She's also in the same industry as him. So I wonder how many people just did not show him that love and that support and that solidarity.
I mean,
And they
that
might
should
just
be that should be something for him to say. People are not really happy with the steps or whatever it is that he's doing.
people like Two-Face will say they don't really know us like we know each other, baby.
That
That's what
is
he'll be
true.
telling Natasha. That's what
Mm.
they used to deceive themselves. I'm just wondering if something to think about where he might not feel like he wants those people around him because they've not shown 100% full support, especially since he's been getting dragged. Which person in the
Yeah.
industry has come out to say I stand with Two-Face? Nobody. So he might feel that way. So yeah, that's what I
Welcome,
wanted to say.
Sissy.
That's what I wanted to say.
Sorry,
And also,
sorry.
I do not agree. I think it was that's Chucky in the comment section talked about how people have multiple children as life insurance. Obviously, you
Oh
feel like
yeah,
I'll look after
African
you.
mentality.
Fair enough, but someone like Two-Face, someone like Tuface, who is clearly not building a relationship with his children. Obviously that is an assumption, but it's an assumption based upon what we've heard, right? A lot of
Yeah.
your fighting with a lot of your children's moms. How easy would it be to have a good relationship with your children? Some of them are in America, some of them are here. We saw Annie went to one of the girls' graduation,
Yeah.
was there. So if you're not even building a good relationship
Crazy
with
man.
your children, what's the point of having so many of them that would not like you when when you're old?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what some people
Exactly.
don't think about. You have all of this. That's what I always say also when it comes to the case of DV, that you're going to say you are staying there because of your children. You will be lucky. Maybe God so love you, will your children grow up and forgive you and love you for okay, you stay because you didn't want them to suffer. Some children, some Gen Z children, they'll tell you that no, you should have left. But because what if you had died? That means you will have left us with no mother and then we'll have suffered, right? So him having all of these children, what is the guarantee that out of those 7 that he has, they will be there for, they'll be like, they will come and help him at his old age. I don't think some of our men are thinking that way. All they just want to do is to enter the hole, come out, and then shake body, say they are men. It takes much more to be a man.
Yeah, so it's counterproductive if you have 9 children and they don't like you because of maybe how you treated their moms or because
Their
you're
mom.
just absent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I also want to ask my last submission, or also a question, or I just want to pick everyone's brain. Do you also think that to Natasha, Two-Face is like an idol? Like he's this big superstar. Oh my
I think
God, I
so.
want to marry him. Do you think that could be also be the case here? Hence
I
why
think
even, that there's rumors that she's the one that pushed from his brother. I remember his brother came out to say she's the one that pushed for the public relationship. She's the one
yeah,
that was handling some of his messages, his social
yeah,
media. So do you
yeah.
think to Natasha, this is an idol? Oh my God, Two-Face. Oh my God. And
I think
obviously
she's
it's cut.
besotted with him, if that's the word.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now.
Yeah, who else is on? Who else want to have a go? I think I've seen Janet G. Let me unmute you. Uncle Beno, shout out to Uncle Beno. Shout out to CC. I see all of my beautiful sisters in the house and my Guadugo. Uncle Beno. That chunky welcome. I'm trying to give Uncle Beno a name, but I don't know what I'm going to call him yet.
Shout out to that Chucky as well.
Hello there, Chucky. Welcome. I mean, Abby, which of them is the one of the Zaddy? Because I know there are a couple of Zaddies on Uncle Beno's page, so I identify them very well.
That Chucky is brown sugar. None of this.
Oh, okay. Is it the one you refer to as
Uncle Dio,
Zaddy?
you know
Oh,
Uncle Dio. Uncle Dio is Pappy, but Uncle Dio's not
okay.
here
Now you're
today.
happy.
Yeah.
All right. I think I know
Yeah.
who. I think I know
Hello.
who Zaddy is. I know who Zaddy is. So that chunky is brown sugar. I think you need to add brown sugar in bracket in front of your name. That junkie and that chunky, that chucky. And Uncle Beno, my God, go area. Right, Janet G, that's you on the floor. Please hear your views.
That's me. Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's
views. Oh, can you hear me?
I
Can
can hear
anyone?
you clearly. Yes, sister. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Well, congratulations to Two-Face, who's eventually married his karma. I love Natasha for him.
Oh well,
I
okay.
do. I do. I think she's the one that's gonna whip him into shape.
All
All
right,
that
okay.
all that crap that Annie put up with, and she made was made
Yeah.
a fool of. I don't think Natasha's gonna stand for it.
Mm-hmm.
The unfortunate thing is that I think Two-Face is too set in his ways, and it will only be a matter of time before
Mm-hmm.
he does the same thing again. Obviously, the results won't be the same. I don't think people will have the same degree of sympathy for Natasha
Mm-hmm.
as they did for Annie.
I know.
But I think Natasha is a strong person. She knows exactly what she wants. Like the previous speaker said, oh, she saw him as an idol or something. I think, yeah, I think she's like Natasha to Two-Face is like Hailey Bieber to Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, I think she sought him out. She knew this is the kind of person that she wanted, but I don't think she's gonna put up with half the nonsense that Annie put up with. But I wish them both. Hey, I can't. I am not the kind of person that will say, I wish that their marriage doesn't last. You know,
Well,
I
I
mean,
hope it lasts though, because who is
I
she
hope
gonna
it
leave him for?
lasts. Exactly. Yeah, we just want just take.
They're already hooked now. Who is she gonna leave him for?
Exactly. I'm just glad that someone took him off the streets again.
Exactly.
I don't think Two-Face
Very
should be
true.
roaming these streets. I really don't. He's a
Very
dangerous
true.
person. So I think she's strong enough to handle him. They
Mm-hmm.
both, as Zeno said, they both deserve each
Deserve
other,
each other.
and
Mm-hmm.
I wish them the best. I really,
Well,
really
anyway,
do. It
we pray
has to
everything
work.
works out. We pray everything
That's
works out for them. Because for me, at his age, I don't think it's ideal for him to be jumping from one woman to another anymore. It's not ideal. Like is I mean, he's itched with this one now. Let him stay there. I just hope
yeah.
he stays there. Like I said, there was a video I found. I really wanted to play that video to you guys. Let's listen to it. I don't know. This is not the video. I'm trying to find that video, honestly. The man was like, Two-Face, you don't marry. This one, you go last.
It has to. By
The man
force,
said,
like Abby
you
said.
don't marry. This one must last. And I was like, what? What's this Baba saying like this? Right. So I also, one question also, I think part of that question has already been answered. I don't know if it's been answered, but then obviously this was a question that came from obviously when I watched that movie To Kill a Monkey. Question is that why do men, when at a point of their life when they have money, the woman who suffered with them is no longer good enough for them? Why? It is when they have
Because
that money, they start
I'll
going
tell you
after
why.
skirts outside.
I'll tell you why.
Please
Because
do.
the women that grew up with them, that put up with all that stuff, that's a
Mhm.
woman that they thought they could afford at that particular time. That woman has seen all their flaws. There's
Mm.
no mystery anymore. There's, even with all his achievements,
Mhm.
there's that person that would say, you know what, I was responsible for whoever that you are. And a lot of men don't like that kind of like being held over their head, even though I don't think that the women hold it over their heads, that
Mhm.
they were the ones who brought in that success. But
Yeah.
they kind of like think that way. A lot of these men do. And then they feel that now they're in a different status now. They should look for the kind of woman that they wanted, the dream girl. A lot of the time, the woman that raised them up, that gave everything to them in order for them to
Yeah.
succeed, was not the woman of their dreams. That was the woman of, this is what I can afford. This is the
God.
woman of, this is what I think is my level. But when they've leveled up, they're thinking, oh, I'm this new person now. Like,
Mm.
yes, I can now start to pursue
She's the
my
kind of woman I
passions.
want.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Then they go for the woman of their dreams, as it were. And it could just be before they've got like maybe some sort of like sexual fantasy that they believe that the woman at home can't give them, or what, they
Mm.
start looking for these excuses. None
Mm.
of it has got anything to do with the woman that's brought them up, by the way. It's just them, they themselves. They just do that. And they just believe that, right now I deserve the woman of my dreams. That's
Mm.
that's pretty much it, and they pursue that. At the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, that those it doesn't work. It doesn't
Yeah.
work,
True.
and and
True.
and, and then they come back to want to come back to the woman that they've scorned, and obviously there's no. A lot of the times, maybe some women forgive them and take them back, but it's never going to be the same because they've broken the trust. And
Mm.
unfortunately, they've made enemies along the way. They've had children that have felt abandoned by them. They've caused a lot of hurt, a lot of
Yeah.
destruction in their trail, and it's
Mm.
never the same again. So yeah, that's why a lot of men do it. They think, yeah, I've got the money now. Hey, let's go for what I really, really want.
That's great. Thank you so much, sis, for that. Thank you so much. I'm just going to take a couple of comments. So, sis said, unpopular opinion, but I think they will both be all right. A lot of men rest you how you allow. when they met a woman that put them in their place, they act accordingly. Well, people are hoping that Natasha will be the one to set his brain right. So let's hope she sets his brain right. Brown Sugar said, Tuface is looking for peace. You sure say this woman go give her peace? Okay, that peace he hasn't placed his hands on. Who knows? He is scared to be lonely. I think I agree with you in a way. Hence why I felt like he should have just tried and be by himself for a period of time instead of him rushing into the hands of another woman. Like, obviously, I'm of the opinion that Natasha has been in his life long before he even filed that divorce with Annie, because from alleged information, she's been in the picture. Hence why I was super surprised that obviously Natasha was the one pushing that, he has to come public with their relationship. And in my own opinion, I really don't think Tuface actually wants to get married. I really don't think he wants to get married, because look at the kind of record he has. And then a young girl who could, like I said, we don't know the kind of head that Waneka baby has, that, even after she was married with another man, after she was married to another man and had 3 children, she was able to score a single guy, a single young man. So, she rushed into the hands of Papi, no, not Papi, maybe Papa 2 or 2 Baba. I just think that she sold herself low. And yes, maybe obviously, just like Abby said, she looks at Tuface as someone who is like, oh yeah, that is a messiah, in the industry. Let me just do that. But like I said, they both deserve each other. She's not going to leave him for anybody now. But I just felt like, in a way, I don't think Tuface has actually reflected enough over all that transpired in his first marriage, and obviously all the things that led to it, because you've just jumped from frying pan into fire. Yes, this fire is not burning yet, but it's just like in nursing. When you do something, you want to be able to say this is what is supported by decision making. And when I'm saying this is what supports my decision making, that is me reflecting that, okay, if this were to happen again, what would I have done better? What would I have not done? In his own case, I don't think he's done that. And how did I come to that conclusion? I came to that conclusion due to that interview he did on that podcast. He was still talking. I'm like, this man is not serious, man. He's not so. And if I was him, obviously he made a decision about getting married. If I was him, I don't think I need to get married to. Even I would chase young girls, but I'm not going to marry them. I just need cool blood to mix with my hot blood. That's all. And he's not the kind of man that he is going to stick to one woman. So why do you want to tie a woman down? A woman will never look into the face of another man outside. But you, the man, that any second that woman turns her back, you are dipping your cucumber into a machine gun, or you are dipping your machine gun into a bush. Like, why would you? I just feel like my own opinion is selfish. That's that. Don't come for me, Two-Face fans. So he's scared. That Brown Sugar said he's scared to be lonely, and it's not bad to be lonely. Actually, if you might be lonely for a short period, but it helps you rethink. Like I said, it helps you reflect on what you could have done better with your union. Because like I've always said, that nobody ever goes into a marriage with the hope that, in 10 years time I'm going to be leaving that man, or in 20 years time I'm going to be leaving that woman. I don't think anybody ever had that thought that, I'm marrying and I'm going to be getting out of this marriage in 10. I don't think anybody ever had such thoughts of, no, yes, I'll stay married for so years and I'll be out. But what do I know? Me say I be Gen Z. Uncle Beno, come and tell us something. No, this one that you are lying, you are hiding in the backyard. Agree's agreeing with Sissy. Uncle Beno said, Emma, don't start Abby. Uncle Beno, come now. Abby is still here so that you and Abby can tough it out. Abby said that Chunky, it's lonely at the top as well. Okay, don't start again. Sissy said Annie was also kind of dead weight. She had nothing going on, so maybe Two-Face wanted to level up. Also, this thank you so much, Sissy, for that topic there. Like I said, also, an example of that is who? Guys, leave it in the comment section. I don't want to talk before his fan base come. An example of such wife is who? That we know now. Guys, leave it in the comment section. Let me scroll through to see if I'm going to see it. Dr. Adama, my beautiful sister, how are you? How has your week been? So, an example of this example that Sissy gave us now, an example of that woman is who? Chioma Adeleke. She's married, yes. Her husband is making big waves. Her husband is making money. They have money. Like, money is not their problem. And I keep saying it. I don't care if your baba na Dangote. I don't care if your father is $10. My papa cannot suffer to send me to school. And I now get that degree. And now because I'm married to you, I'm not doing something for myself. No, I have to be doing something for myself, even if it's not bringing up something. Even if now you, the man, set up that thing for me, I have to be doing something. So Natasha, obviously, she's into politics. On her own, she's a boss. If she enters her house of representative or wherever she is, you still see some men that be saying, "Oga madam, Oga madam, Oga madam, Oga madam." So if you are married to a Omo Babalo, you can still be in that position if you step out there and showcase you that yes, you are not just a bench warmer. You are in this house and you're going to make a difference. And then a good example of someone like that is Shadi Okoya. Shadi Okoya was not from a rich home, but yes, she also got married to a Zadi. And look at her today. She transformed Eleganza. She transformed Eleganza. Eleganza is not her business. Eleganza no be the family business where she come from her father's house. That business belongs to her husband. And look at how, she's more or less like, I think I can't remember, something executive, whatever she is. She has contributed as well. Tell me how one man, even if Baba Koya were to be a young man when he married her, that Baba will never put her aside. Never. Because she has actually made her part known on everything that reflects that Baba. I hope I'm not talking too much. Right, I'm reading your comment, guys. So I've seen Dr. Dama there. Abby said, the men don't want to be reminded of their past when they were coming up. Oh, mommy, I will remind you. I will remind you. Just don't annoy me. I will remind you. Insecurities. But then in the case of a Tuface, if he's not reflected in his past, in all he's done, I don't think he knows better on how to make the future one better either. This one that he experienced with Annie, what is your guarantee that he's not going to experience same with Natasha? And the way they've described this Natasha, maybe she just might be the one that will actually set him right. But we are here, netizens. But like I said, my own concern, obviously, I think that's been answered. Obviously, most of the people who are associated with him are associated with Annie, so it will be maybe awkward in a way if they had actually attended. But then not a couple of friends. Maybe we've not seen all of the videos because it was only a video of his mom, like none of his other siblings. And yes, I was watching the show earlier and they were like, Mama Tuface, when you found Tuface, why did you come and tell us that you found him? You came to social media to say, all mothers of Nigeria, help me look for my son. Oh. But when you found him, you did not come back to let us know you found him. You did not come back to let us know. Dr. Adama said, no be only peace. Now, pieces him go collect. The preacher said, you can't beat loneliness by just jumping. Exactly. Hence why I'm mad at IVD. And I'm hoping I will be able to do IVD story after this one tonight. Hence why I am mad at him. Yes, this was a woman who has been with you from 18 years. She met you maybe at the age of 16 or 17. She practically put it out there that she made you. And then that accident happened. And you could not think of going. At first, I thought maybe IVD was an only child. Maybe he did not have any siblings. But later on, when I played that interview of Bimbo's brother, that IVD has 2 brothers or something. He has 2 or 3 other brothers, and maybe and a sister as well. So when that incident happened, you did not think to go to your family to mourn with them and mourn with your children. What did you do? You abandoned those children and you ran into the arms of a strange woman, a woman whom you met for the first time. You killed her in her office for the first time. That was a woman you've been married to for how many years? If our family eventually buy you, I'll be surprised. But yes, we're going to discuss him. Guys, I can smell something. I'm not sure. Maybe it's one of my perfumes. It's just smelling like, I really need to know what that perfume is so I can wear it tomorrow. Like, I digress. So we are still going to treat Ivy this fuck up. She needs to be leveling up. All right, okay. Sister said, Mom of 5, don't say this. Uncle Bear said Chioma is busy. She's doing, what is she doing for how many years now? She had spices. I remember I was listening to the videos, one of his podcasts, were like, she's working on her spices, curry, thyme, oregano. What type of spices? Like, come on. Now the thing where you want, she they work on me that. Uncle Ben, no, come and talk. Come on, make we talk. She's also the video accountant. Okay. All right, okay. Hello, Biba, my baby sister. Welcome. How are you? The picture said you need to be your own best friend. Absolutely, I agree with you. Be your own peace. Yes, find a peace first inside of you before you think of sharing it or finding it with somebody. Love your own company and peace. Me that I am now. I'd rather be in my bed in my house than be. No, I love my peace and quiet. Peace before you can find that peace with another person. Absolutely, you are right, preacher. You are right. Welcome, everybody. I see you all. And please thumbs up if you've not yet done so. Biba is greeting Habib. Were his children there? Sisi, we not see sign of the children, no. That's why I was like, how many of his family went there with him? Was he his mom alone that went there? That was actually like the main purpose of this of this video.
Mom of 5, did you see Instablog's Instablog's caption where they said Tuface's mom was smiling after accusing Natasha? That caption was so shady. And really, you see how she was smiling. I was like, Mama, this is not you that came to cry on the internet. Look at how you're smiling.
Let me go and find it if it's still there. I saved a lot of stuff. I can't even find them now. In fact, it's that video of that Baba I wanted to play to you guys. That Baba was like, is it this one? Let me share my screen. I want to be sure if it's this one. Let me share again. Guys, I said we're not going to be here for long. We have been here for an hour. Is it this one?
Mums like Tuface mums that enable their son's behavior.
Is this post, Abby? Months after pleading with Honourable Natasha to free her son, a photo of two Baba's mom all smiles as his private wedding goes viral.
Is she supposed to be frowning Instablog? Is she supposed to be frowning?
She had to be a happy mother-in-law. That's the video of when she was asking.
This is Mrs. Idibia. This message is for Miss Natasha Osawaru of Edo State. I'm calling on all mothers
like
in Nigeria to help me beg her to release or to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process and he's clearly not in his right senses now. I know my son. This is not him. Please, Natasha, the bead you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him. Good evening, Nigerians.
So, Mama, you now found your son now. You did not let us know you already found him. It's not fair now. How can you do something like that? You are smiling there, smiling. Mama did not wear. I don't think there was Ashwebi because Mama is not wearing Ashwebi. I don't think that was Ashwebi.
No, so Mama found the groom. They don't wear Ashwebi. They wear their own clothes. Only them.
Do they? Normally, the mother of the groom and the bride's mom will wear the same
outfit.
They
might wear the same thing. They may.
Yeah, but the both of them, they are not wearing that.
That's why you know there's no unity. There's no unity.
Exactly, you are right, Abby. I won't even deny that. Right, I'm going to read your comment, and yes, I'll take another call. We have another 5 minutes to go, so we can do IVD. I really want to do IVD tonight, guys. Are you up for IVD? I'm going to end this live stream, and then we'll do IVD's case. So Abby said, "Is Kelewa food?" I don't understand. Let me ask them, because at the end of the day, Adam survived in the Garden of Eden for how many days before God created woman? God did not tell us that he was struggling to kill it. He wanted to kill her. So it's Kelewa food. At times when my husband says, I went out, I'm like, come, is it food? And he's like, I stop asking me if it's food. Yeah, is it food? Is it food? Because at the end of the day, you eat the food, it will not satisfy you. So help us ask them, is it food? Men in the house, come and answer. Someone said, make it not be say they put Baba inside bottle because I don't trust Natasha. No, now that they have both, they have each other now. Their marriage will last. They deserve each other because now that Natasha has him, she's not going to leave him for anybody.
Mom of 5, you see Samuel, all his favorites are problematic. See now he's trying to exonerate his fave, saying that they put him into bottle.
They put him in the bottle.
How about your fave is just a mad person? How about that?
He's just raving mad. Maybe it's midlife crisis. Midlife crisis showing him langba to the left, langba to the right. Maybe it was that midlife crisis that landed him in the bottle. I don't know. Our papi is here. Hello, papi. we'll be asking of you. The preacher said, you can't blame Tuface mom being all smiles. She's just a mother who wants the best for her son and is happy if when her son is happy. That is what every mom starts. I don't think this Tuface looks happy at this wedding, but yes, you are right. A mom, I mean, as long as that's going to make the son happy. But yes, I mean, like I said, this wedding, it must last too. It must last. And yes, we all heard of you, obviously, that it was Natasha who was allegedly pushing for this. So at least it's off the market so that you will not go and be breaking any Gen Z's hearts. And yeah, so Tuface, Baba, you must keep that your cucumber where it's meant to be. Because I don't understand why, like I said, I was not Auntie B show I was watching that show last night, the one she did about this case. I was watching it, and she was like, why is it that thing, his head cannot stay down? Some people, when they see a woman, that is when they think will be berry, it be berry, big berry. Why can it not stay down? Let it only berry towards your wife. Let it not raise his head when you see other women. Like, why? Why? Men in the house now don't plenty now. Come and answer that question. That Chunky said, look, these lots live in a world with ordinary people. Let them entertain us live institution. Yes, so they are my own diazepam. Just like VDM is my lorazepam now. Two Baba na my diazepam. Which one again? IVD and Blessed CEO. They are my omeprazole. So that when I eat all the food, my abdomen can remain settled. Yeah, let them keep entertaining us. Janet just said, Kewa is food for a lot of men. Oh. That's why they are tenant and they see a woman is always very, his head is always going like that, like a gamma lizard. It should always stay down. When you are with your wife, that is the only time it should go up. But no, it will always go up. I've seen our papi, yeah, I'll be papi enter house, so you're welcome, sir. As I really want Uncle Beno to come and talk, my area daddy, but he's not here to talk now, he's hiding. Uncle Beno, don't worry, I'll come for you later.
Uncle Beno is on vacation at a resort.
Oh, easy.
Enjoying his life, yeah.
Uncle is enjoying. No wonder he didn't want me to know.
Uncle Beno shared it. You go to his channel, you see his short video as well. He's enjoying.
I think I saw a video on his WhatsApp. He was playing. What was he playing again? What's that?
Bowling.
It was bowling. Oh, I didn't know. So my uncle is enjoying.
He's enjoying his life. Yeah, family.
All right, okay. Let me pardon him. He's allowed. Let me pardon him like that. The preacher said, I don't shout though, I don't get straight, I beg. Papi said, as for Baba, he has admitted that men is polygamous in nature. I'm sure I did that video that come. If men are polygamous in nature, women can also be polygamous in nature. And Papi, I want to let you know something. They said, behind every successful man, there is a woman. And whatever a man can do, a woman can do it shaking it, a woman can do it better. Just because women are not doing it does not mean that they don't want to. Papi, I hope you are hearing me, sir. What a man can do. A man, maybe they say men are polygamous in nature. What is another word for more than polygamous? So which means that women can also do more than being polygamous in nature. But there's something we call self-control. If women can keep themselves to that one man, why is it difficult for men to do so? They always come with this, men are polygamous in nature. Men are polygamous in nature. That it just reminds me of that case of that Andy Byron that was caught, that astronomer CEO that was caught. It was not even remorseful for his own error. Even though we did not see him KDYing the woman, but where his hands were placed is evidence that there was something going on. And you will just know what a remorseless man that he is. He now wants to sue the man that he went to pay for his show to go and watch. Like, go sort your issues inside house. You were caught. It's a public place. Anybody else could have been filming you, and you got caught. And what? You're not even making yourself accountable for what you've done. And then you now say you want to sue Coldplay. Like, I would be meaning to cover that story, but I'm just tired. So I don't understand. That Chong said, didn't you see Uncle Beno's story or not? I saw it though. Our uncle is enjoying. Papi said, women does theirs in secret and they can't come out to say it. Papi, I want you to know something there. It's maybe some women do it, but then when women do it, they can't do it for long. The man will catch them because they will slip up at some point. But men will do it till eternity comes. The woman, you will not find out, except you have your tentacles like that. So if a woman is actually doing it in secret, eh, she knows rightly that it's wrong. She should not be doing it. But whoever chose to do it anyway is their choice. But men are now using ogboju, ogboju. Like this one here on our screen telling us that yeah, you can love your wife and you can still be doing playway match. So if that is the case, I hope now that he has said that to the public, and I'm sure Natasha is aware of it. I think that will be also be applicable to Natasha. That okay, Natasha can love two Baba to pieces, but she's allowed to be killing outside. Maybe that will balance the equation.
Can I say something? Sorry, can I say something? You know, when you mentioned that women can do it too, there's, I'm sorry, but isn't there this thing about paternity fraud where the man thinks that his child is his for the past 15, 20 years? The woman has obviously cheated on the guy and the guy doesn't have a clue. So let's not get it twisted. If a woman wants you to find out about an affair, she probably wants you to find out because she's not happy. Women are very good. We can multitask and we are very good at keeping secrets. So don't assume that women cannot be just as conniving, just as calculated
Absolutely.
as
I
men.
agree with
So,
you.
don't get it twisted, man, because
Yeah.
if people are complaining about paternity fraud, there's men that will cry because that's how they thought was there for 20 good years. They
Yes,
find out
so
that's not their child. How did they keep
Yes,
that
ma'am.
secret then? Come on,
yes,
let's not get it twisted.
Yes,
women be
ma'am.
ready. The
We
men
were
are in the house.
I'm telling you, I agree with the last speaker. Us women, we're more devious. When we do it, not only do we take it to our grave sometimes, we do it with class.
Exactly.
We don't go around just shagging every
Anything
single
and everything is
thing
scared.
that just
Yeah.
comes along. There's a purpose
Exactly.
to our deviousness if we're going to be devious. Men should be actually very afraid of women. Men should be scared
True.
of us. That if we do
Absolutely.
want to do it, we're going to do it a much better.
Without
And
future.
we're leveling up when we're doing it. We're
Yeah.
doing it with intent. Women don't just cheat because, oh, well, I'm a bit bored or I fancy doggy in the other direction. Nah, that's not
Absolutely.
how it goes. There's a reason to why it's
Why?
being done.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and
Thank you so much, sis.
that's it.
Uncle Benno, they say you are on holiday. Quick
Ah,
bag.
yeah.
Uncle
M5, the
Jogbo.
troublemaker.
Uncle Ben, why
Troublemaker
are you following
M5.
me on every platform that I go on? I'm scared of you. Every platform we're meeting. What's going on?
Hey, Mona, leave me. Oh. Actually, actually, we just got back home right now.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, we just wanted to chill like 2, 3 days. Then we go on a second vacation again.
Uncle,
So,
come and take me along because we don't know.
what we go do now? I don't want to be like Tuface. So, make I dey do vacation now. Ma, they give my madam soft life. Make she no go leave me go. When I go say, hey, I know it. That in coconut head. Now in coconut head, cause am. Honey babe will come after me. I told you, Uncle Beno, you fuck up.
No fuck up, oh. Do what you have to do. Hey.
Adio. So why did you bring my guy come today now? M5. Why you bring my
Your
guy
guy
come?
that is having midlife crisis and doesn't know what he wants, and then you don't jump into another marriage.
Hmm. I won't really say it's midlife crisis, so I see it a little bit differently,
Okay, sir.
right? So I think Two-Face is just being himself now, even though he's almost 50. I think he's just living his life the way he wants it now. And I
Okay.
have a reason for saying that. I'm gonna be going live soon anyway. I want to dissect this Naira Marley Yabo thing, and the same thing I have about Naira Marley is almost the same feeling I have for Tuface. There is something about this our Nigerian artists, especially the Afrobeat artists, that I think we Nigerians we overlook that aspect of their lives.
Yeah.
Many of these guys, to be honest, many of these our Afrobeat guys, I think if we remove people like Davido and a
Yeah.
couple of them that were born with silver spoon,
Yeah.
majority of them they are like a nobody. I'm sorry to say, but hear me out. Many of them are like a nobody. What actually brought them to limelight is that music. They
Mm.
gain popularity and they become famous through their music. So actually, majority of us, we are kind of connected to them through their music. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
My uncle don't disappear. Oh. Hello, Uncle Beno, are you still there?
And it was getting interesting.
Exactly, and now his line has went off. Papi can carry on before until Uncle
Hey,
Beno
I've
gets back.
lost you guys. Oh,
Okay, he's back.
hello.
Hello, sir, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I think it's all these messages are coming in somehow. Can you hear me, M5?
Yeah, we can hear you, Uncle Beno. We can.
Okay. So the problem is that if you take their music away, majority of them they are nobody. So now the one thing, for instance, in the case of Tuface, we all love Tuface because of his music. And
Yeah.
what happened where he can no longer give us those music that we admire about him, he become a nobody. And
Yeah.
now fame usually do something to young boys. When
True.
a young boy acquire fame through music, many of them, the money, the admiration, the fan base and everything, we rob them of that opportunity to grow into a man.
Yeah.
So all this while, everything Two-Face have done so far, the moment he attained that fame with Kenny's music, he is no longer being Two-Face. He's just this
True.
guy we all come to like. We admire him for being gentle, easygoing, and all that.
Yeah.
But he is not a man yet. He doesn't even know where he's going. He's Bola, and all these witchy girls with BBL, they kind of confuse him. So now that the music is no longer there and he's not having happy marriage with Annie,
Annie.
but yeah, by the time he's met this Natasha now, I think for him, he think he have found true love. You see the way he's following Natasha up and down, like say
Up and
Natasha
down.
pull
Yeah.
something for him food. That is how men behave when they are in love. All of us men, majority of us, we mumu when we love a woman. The woman can literally control everything we do. I'm sorry, my brother, I'm not throwing everybody under the bus. It's just the way it is. When you are in love with a woman, you just want to like do whatever she say. You don't want her getting again and everything. And then to those who are observing from afar, it could be like, say, this man mumu, why he do this, why he do that. So this Natasha right now, Natasha seems to love Two-Face. Two-Face seems to love her. But then the way Two-Face treated Annie and all the bad goes, all the cheating, all this father of all nation things going on, that
Yeah.
has already made people to kind of question everything about him. So right now, for me, I think the guy just came to figure out who he really is and how he want to live his life. So I beg, make una help me spare am small, make he enjoy this love. It's not easy.
Make
Two-Face
you
is
enjoy am.
50.
Our tentacles stay on top of him because this marriage must work. It's not going. They are not leaving each other for anybody. Who are they leaving each other for?
And by the way, M5, you go
Yes, sir.
remind me. I was driving where you were talking about that man. We go talk. Say Two-Face, you have married and married and remarried and remarried. This one,
I've been
I
looking for that
just they
clip since I can't
laugh.
find the clip.
Ooh, I was laughing. I'm like, M5, this one no good
I'm
though.
trying to find the clip. I've
Eh?
been looking for it since. The man said, "You don't marry, but this one go work." I said, "Lobaton."
That man mouth no get verb. That's just it. I beg. Make una help me leave Two-Face alone. Make him
You don't
enjoy
hear
his
you, sir.
marriage. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much, Uncle Beno. Right, Papi, you have the floor, sir.
Five, and thank you everybody on the panel, and thank you, Uncle Beno. It's really a
Welcome,
pleasure
sir.
sure to be here once again.
Yes,
My
sir.
own take is this: when it comes, um, the guy is trying to make it right. Yes, he has done a lot of things wrong, and then in the eyes of the public, he has become like a kind of a bad saw. So he now, as maybe because of the issue of of this and Idibia with the crisis that they went through,
Yeah.
and then but he had near death experience. He just had the kind of a kidney and then he just coughing back. So now life is now telling him that he has to make something out of it, apart from all this jumping elevating from one woman to the other. He needs to do something with himself. And luckily for him, he found somebody that he loves, and which is Natasha. And I just want to wish him well. To me, as a young boy coming up with
Yeah.
money, him and everything, it kind of deluded him. Because as a young boy, now if he's somebody like Davido that has been used to this kind of a life, maybe he may be able to manage it a little bit. But you are just coming up from nowhere, you eat fame, you eat money, you become popular, and then girls that you could never thought of even talking to, they are now following around you and all. So it kind of make him get off the right track. So, and that alone, I can bet if you put 1,000 man in that particular condition from his background, hardly will you see be able to stand, because it is all too tempting. This is a life that okay, now let me put it this way. Tuface is not popular, it's not rich. If he has not gotten fame, will he be able to go to any one of those girls that he has been messing up with? No.
No,
But
possibly.
because it got the money, he himself is shocked at the way women are frolicking around him and the way people are hailing him and the way people are falling in love with him. You don't know how many girls have his DP. I mean, have his picture as their DP, and they were wishing and praying that, oh, if only they could just get to him once. So all these things make a poor boy that goes into fame all of a sudden lose track. But having said that, he's matured now. I believe he has learned his lessons, and with Natasha, he should be able to make it right. And then also, and then women are tipsy sometimes to misbehave. But with this episode of his kidney issue that he has been able to survive, if he can put a stop to drinking, maybe at least if he can reduce it, maybe he'll be able to be more in his senses and he'll be able to control his emotions. And as for the bowler that is rising, if he remembers
Your line. Your line is breaking up. Can you still hear us, sir? Your line is breaking up. Oh. Your line is breaking up. Right. I just wanted Papi to conclude for us, but his line is breaking up. So obviously, people have said maybe it's love. Sir, can you still hear us? I think Uncle Papi's line is up and down. I'm going to mute him from this end. So in essence, obviously, people are like, "Oh, he love, 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 love." I really don't know what Tuface feels in this marriage. Anyway, to be honest, but I'm going to conclude by saying congratulations to them. And yes, Natasha is not going to leave him for us, for anybody, and he is not going to leave Natasha for anybody. And with that being said, I think we're just going to jump straight into IVD's case. So I'm trying to download a picture of them here so I could obviously quickly use it as a thumbnail or so people know what we're talking about. So this section we're gonna be talking about IVD and Bimbo. I think I did a quick live stream on Friday. Was it on Friday or on Saturday? Yeah, I think it was on Saturday. Yeah, it was on Saturday where I did a live stream of him being arrested, because you guys know since after he went on that podcast of him, wanting to trying to showcase what happened. And like I said, it was a waste of my time. It was a waste of my 2.5 hours listening to him say nothing. Obviously, from what I gathered there, it's not Nigeria Network. Sorry, sir. So obviously, from what I gathered from that podcast he attended, he still had an ongoing court case. And guys, I'm sure there's a video that I played, and I'm going to play that video again of what actually. Thank you so much, Janet, for that super sticker. Thank you so much. May God replenish your pocket in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Please say thank you to Janet for that super chat for me, please. So there was a video of so during the time that story of Bimbo and IVD, I wasn't really following them. I think I only ever watched one video of Bimbo when she said that she was one that she allegedly made IVD. Okay. And this is a story that has been told. Like when people are telling the story of Bimbo and IVD, people don't mince words because their story seems to be like out there. They like, you can't really not say that you listen to their story and their story will not make you like, wow. It's just like a young love, like me, 18 years old, years in between us. So IVD and Bimbo. Bimbo met IVD at a very young age. Bimbo's family sent her to school. She refused to go to school. Her parents said, no, don't follow this guy. It was just typical of what a young teenager would do, right? At some point, she ran away from home. She stuck with IVD. And fast forward to 2022, if I'm not mistaken, up until 2022, they were blessed with 5 children. Okay, they were blessed with 5 children. Bimbo is a very beautiful woman, absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to quickly, obviously, run the story through. There was been alleged case of DV in their union, and obviously both of them are toxic. So it seems as if Bimbo's family do not approve of IVD. So Bimbo is a Yoruba woman. IVD, I think it's also known as Ikechukwu or Ikena, is an Igbo guy. So I think Bimbo's family do not approve of IVD. But then 5 children, they have no choice. They just have to like, okay, yes, you are our daughter's husband, right? So it's from IVD that we heard that there was no white wedding between him and Bimbo. Hence why he said he cried that many times when Blessing Baginyash was trying out all those white wedding outfits. So he never wedded Bimbo in a church, or there was no white wedding. So I would imagine there must have been a traditional wedding or something amongst them. I don't know if anybody's able to find me evidence of that. Please kindly share it with me. Thank you so much, Brown Sugar. Is my uncle, is Brown Sugar in the UK or where? Because if I say UK people, that be because I see pound. Thank you so much, Brown Sugar, for that super chat. May God enrich your pockets in Jesus' name. Amen. So I don't know if there was ever any legal union or any legal union between IVD and Bimbo. I don't know. Okay. So it happened that there's been alleged information or alleged crying out by Bimbo saying that IVD was not caring for the family, that allegedly runs around all Lekki girls, doing whatever with them. It was pretty much popular among Lekki girls, allegedly, that, it was always a matter of money, is always an issue with them. And I think there was a video of Bimbo that I saw where she was like, no, I'm trying to get away, but they're not letting me out. That's my mom out there. So she was sitting in a car, and her mom was sitting outside of the car by a roadside, and IVD was talking with a couple of men. And in that video, Bimbo was like saying that, oh, then that's my husband. Now I'm trying to get away from it, and they won't allow me out, blah, 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 blah. So obviously the way she's been painted, Bimbo has been painted as a very, very toxic and difficult woman. That's how she's been painted. But when I saw that video of her sitting in the car saying, this is me trying to get away from it, I thought different about her. And I have to be honest with you guys. There's no woman that does not have her own shenanigans. Me that I'm sitting down here, when I start my own, at times when I see red, I don't see green. When I see green light, I don't see red light. And yes, it is normal for a woman. You just have to be married and have children. Then you will know the kind of madness I'm talking about. So we women, we have our own madness, right? Madness that it's only that husband of yours, it's only that man of yours that can actually, sweep off that madness when he actually knows you, understands you. But in the case of Bimbo, it seems like all of our tears, all of our cries, none of that worked. There's been videos of her coming out. People were like, oh, she allegedly did some diabolical thing to make sure that IVD's money was successful. There's been allegations that she would walk barefoot to the market. There was lots of diabolic thing allegedly that she did and all of that. So fast forward to the day of that event that happened. It was alleged by our friend and also by our brother that it was an issue of IVD not paying school fees that led to the fight. So Bimbo was at home in the only house that they have to try and get the documentation for the house. And that was how the matter started. She was at home to get the documentation for the house. And then she called her friend, whom, if you've not watched that interview yet, that interview is on Just Chewed or something. There's a full interview of that girl, how she came to the house and how she was the one who was driving Bimbo to an hospital. Okay. So allegedly that she was trying to get documentation to the house. And the thing Bimbo was trying to do was that, okay, in terms of the fire thingy, if you're not going to allow me to take the paperwork of this house, then I'm going to burn down this house. If I can't have the house, then you will not have the house. So that was Bimbo. So I'm going to share my screen now so we can listen to that video, because I didn't realize that our brother actually had an interview with with Daddy Freeze. So you guys, we heard other background noise, and I tried to to separate it, but the one I was able to separate, I've deleted because I used it in a previous video. So you guys will bear with me as we listen to that video of obviously Bimbo's brother being interviewed by Daddy Freeze. But I'm playing this from another page because that was where I found it. So you guys will bear with me, all right? Let me see if I can find. I've got a lot of stuff I've saved on my Instagram. More too many stories I want to cover, but because I'm too lazy. Because I'm too lazy, I'm just scrolling up to find that. Okay, so this is the interview where Daddy Freeze interviewed Bimbo's brother. Okay.
So I'm just going to skip Holly and I'm going to go to the day of the event. Yeah, things were not so rosy for him and he was very frustrated because
that's IVD they're talking
so it was time to pay this kid's school fees here, and he was saying there was no money, but they go club every night. And allegedly you were sleeping at some chick's place on Instagram. I don't want to start name calling because I wasn't there and I'm not sure. Yeah. So I don't want to put anybody in trouble, but there was a certain girl's place on Instagram that he was crashing. So we family now, that's my brother and sister in Abuja, was like, oh yeah, come to Abuja now, we'll sort it out. Even if it's change the children's school, we'll sort it out. But she got on telling me that this guy has cheated her for like 30-something years. School, she no go.
Do you guys
nothing she go. She's living this marriage with 0 kobo. That the guy should settle her at least something for her to leave, because she literally said, and I quote, I made him what he is today. I begged people not to lock him up. I stood there for him when even his mother was not there for him. This same guy we are talking about here, his brother does not talk to him. He has no connection with his own family member. Because I was on a call, we were on a call with his brother yesterday, earlier, where we're looking for him, and his brother was like, Omo, I don't know where in day. I have not spoken to him in years, and I can help people to find him. This is supposed to be a good person. So fast forward to the event of the whole tragic incident. He came. My sister was already getting ready to move out now. She was moving out. Then the struggle started with the papers for the house that they live in. Seems like that's the only property they had left. So she wanted to play a fast one and quickly open the safe with a welder and get the papers and move to secure. She has 5 children. She obviously has to feed them some way. Him, I don't know who gave him the information or how he got the information. Him getting the information now, drove from wherever he was and he drove straight inside to the estate. This is somebody that, like, a week before, I have a video, he kicked them out. I have a video, he kicked his wife out, he kicked the 5 children out. He said, and I quote, your mother is training you people to be like her, and you people cannot be my kids. That's what he said.
Can you guys hear that?
And we have another video of his kid, his only son, telling him to stop hitting my mother, and he beats the boy mercilessly.
Can you imagine? He also celebrated his son.
This was like days before this main event happened. So he drove home now. When he drove home, he saw that she has opened the safe now with the welder, and she locked the door. He was trying to get his papers back now, and he was being violent, and he was banging the door, and she locked the door. Somehow, he grabbed her and he dragged the paper away from her. And she had no papers now. And now she wasn't going to leave without anything. So she now said, since this is the only house we have left, let's Kukuma burn it down so the 2 of us live with nothing.
Oh, so that's what led to the fracas. From your best understanding, did he have HIV?
I didn't stay with them, but that's what she
How would
said
you know if he
to
has
him.
HIV? Are you guys following this story?
She knows best.
That video, you are not never told
In that
one
video,
on one that
she defends him so much. She defends him so even if he has HIV, she's not even going to
You won't
say
tell
it.
anybody.
That's how much she protects him. This is somebody I'm sure that will take a bullet for him.
Absolutely.
wow.
I have a video of him admitting that this girl has been so loyal to me. She takes care of me. I have a
That was
DM.
what your
You said that. So let's fast forward to the
When he got the
incident
papers from her.
where so what led to what? How did she get burned?
When angry and he was trying to look for the vulcanizer to beat the vulcanizer, he didn't see the vulcanizer. He was just raving everywhere. So before she could lock the whole doors, he got the papers back from her, and she was mad, and she was like, the eyewitness to this, and she was like, tough. Things now are only property. Me two of us Kuma leave this marriage with nothing. Then she started burning. It was kerosene, not even petrol. It was kerosene.
kerosene.
And started to light up.
Oh.
Make them happy. It gives you joy.
So it was
I've not done that for a
kerosene.
while, so I felt it was a way of making him feel special.
I see that almost killed her kid.
Oyindamola. Okay, continue.
Somebody said in the comment that sister almost killed her kid.
Okay, her kids were not there.
They were in Caleb boarding house. You could ask
Caleb
Caleb. They
Caleb
were
is
in
not
school.
cheap. Oh. As
They
I
were in
told you.
Caleb body house.
They go to Caleb, yeah. They go to Caleb boarding house.
Wow, how old is the oldest?
8. No, but what should be like? Sorry, 13. But what should be like 13? And this was outside the marriage.
Okay.
So you can see how long the whole torso between them are.
Has been.
Okay. But she never cook fresh food.
Okay. Okay.
Our adopted brother, Joshua, they were upstairs. Because the story too wasn't adding up to me. Then she was lighting up the whole house. Then, according to them, kerosene. She poured kerosene on her body and was like, "Top, may everything kukuma end." Now, saying this was somebody that was madly in love with her husband. And this is not the first time her husband was threatening to kill himself if she does not come back.
Oh, can you guys hear?
I have a video of that one too. So I think she probably expected that him go say no, do or
but the man did not stop her.
Then when she did it, she now stopped for a while and she walked around the house. He was not saying anything. He was like, "If you won't die,
wanted him to do it."
That's what he said. Then I think she lighted up the curtain. According to the girl that was there, the girl said as she lighted up the curtain and was burning, they were now dragging. She
now lit up the curtain.
Yeah, and the curtain was burning. He showed it in his video too. And she now jacked him like, "Omo, you go give me this paper today." Then him pushing her off his body got her into the curtain. Now that is freeze. Now, you're a very smart person. A very smart person, because I've been on your life so much and I've seen how you analyze things. So I want you to follow me and analyze this situation. Yeah, this is where it becomes very tricky. Yeah. She suffered from 100 degrees burn. That takes like about a couple minutes to get 100 degrees burn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she was on fire, her husband was right in front of her.
Can you imagine? Can you hear that guy?
She now ran back out by herself. This is how strong my sister is. And she started witness to this story. Then on going to the hospital, they went to like 10 hospitals, they were rejected. This guy now told them that they should drive the car back to the estate, that he needs to pick up some stuff. And your wife was inside the car dying. He now came down from the car.
Girl, now this Baba Agbaya is now.
Then he came down from the car. He now said, no, he's not going to enter Okada. Then he entered the car back. Then we went to the general hospital, Ibobi General Hospital. That is where he ran away. And we have not seen him till today. Somebody that is supposed to be innocent.
Now you guys,
You left somebody that suffered for you for 35 years in distress. You ran away. And I've not set eye on him since then till now. This is somebody that he has not even called to ask how his children are doing after he has heard his wife has passed. This is a father of 5.
Can you imagine, guys?
Then you come to Instagram and you are posting, trying to still damage the reputation of somebody that suffered for you. So I'm just going to skip Holly and I'm going to go to the day of the event. Yeah? Things were not so.
So apparently, so that was the interview from Bimbo's brother. Okay, I don't know how long ago they did that interview, but you guys hear the narrative of how that fire went on, how the incident happened. Obviously, they were dragging paperwork. Yes, there's been allegations, there's been videos of even IVD threatening to unalive himself. And then, obviously, as husband and wife, they will settle. But then he now reached Bimbo turn to do the same. You heard what our brother said there, that yes, Bimbo doused herself with fire, that said, okay, this household, if you will not give me a kukuma burn, none of us to get the house. That when Bimbo caught fire, he stood there. He stood there doing nothing. He did nothing. It was not where this day happened. All right, okay, so no, I didn't realize. He did nothing. That was when even Bimbo's friend who was trying to help her escape the house, then she was like, you know what? She jumped that if that person will won't buy, you know, she jumped into the pool to try and, you know, and her husband was there doing nothing, did nothing. And just go watch that podcast on Bimbo's friend who narrated. She was the one who was driving that night. The multiple hospital they went to, it was that Bimbo's friend, Peace, that drove the car. She was like, even at some point, IVD was being violent with her, saying, you need to take me back home. You need to take me back home. While Bimbo was like, don't listen to him, or just keep going. At some point, Bimbo's friend that said she was scared that what if Bimbo died inside the car? A lot of problem with that, but it was as if God actually loved that friend. It was not long after they were able to find a hospital who admitted her that Bimbo passed away. So at least she was brought into an hospital alive. So that was that story. And like I said, not quite long after that, you heard Bimbo's brother there that not quite long after that happened, he's not checked on his children. He ran off. Only for him to surface. Who did he surface into? Into the hands of Blessing CEO. And it was not quite long after the death of his wife that Blessing CEO came out. Blessing CEO said despicable things about that Bimbo. You will have thought that Bimbo met Blessing CEO. You will have thought that maybe Bimbo collected Blessing CEO's bread. The way Blessing CEO came out, lambasting, Bimbo has always wanted to buy. Bimbo has always wanted to buy. If she did not want to buy, why would she do that? She has always wanted to buy. That was what Blessing CEO was saying. This was somebody who was also married and a DV, come out for the house, right? So that prompted Bimbo's family to get Blessing arrested. She was jailed for a month, and then they released her. So for me, I thought maybe there was no court case, but obviously when he attended that podcast, we understood that there was a case going on. So yes, since that incident, it's not come out to the public to do anything. It was Maggie Yash that actually brought him back into the social media. They've been doing whatever together. You know, in the podcast, the woman I'm about to marry, I cried 15 times. He said that Bimbo was dramatic. A woman was saying that you should pay the school fees of the 5 children. A woman was crying because she knew you have runs, no money, but you are going to club almost every night, but you don't have money to pay your children's fees. So a woman who's asking for what is duly and right for her children was dramatic. Dramatic, right? So all of that on the show. And if I was Bimbo's family, I would be infuriated by that. In fact, it would have been better if he had actually gone on that podcast and not say anything about Bimbo at all. Not even a sentence in regard to her, but he did. You know, he was like, I have a lot to say. What a lot to say. Not quite long after that podcast, he started posting stuff. Look at my children. Look at how they are looking after my children. They asked him in that podcast, where do you know where your children are? And he was like, he knows there's 2 in Abuja, there's 3 in Okokobaiko, but he believes that they are all at Okokobaiko. So Bimbo's family are the one caring for these 5 children. And then not quite long after that podcast, he started throwing stuff out there. I have evidence that Bimbo's family wanted to buy him. Like, no, all of those things were on social media. I saved them at some point, but I deleted them because I was just pissed with him. And the annoying thing was the fact that you lost your wife in that way. Either you are guilty or not. your actions afterwards obviously pointed that you had a hand in what happened to your wife, allegedly, because you ran. Days went by, you did not ask after your children. And then you did not care to maybe check on your children or maybe come home because of them. Or maybe run to your family, because it was at that podcast I found out that he had a brother. Yeah, maybe he had two brothers. Maybe he had one in the US, one in Abuja. One is a politician. They are doing great. You did not run to their house, or you did not run to them to go and mourn, or to try and put your head, to go and hide your head. You now ran into the hands of a strange woman who had the audacity to speak ill of the woman who gave you 5 children. I swear to God, if Bimbo family did not do something, let me go carry your tapia and put for food for her. It's so disheartening. The woman who gave you 5 children. You now came out and saying you ran into the hands of a strange woman. And the one was babying you. And now, thought it was right time, we all started parading each other everywhere. So the long story short, they were planning, they are now engaged. There are pictures of them all over the internet. As you can see on my screen there, picture of them all over the internet. That's Blessing CEO in alleged Blessing CEO. They are planning to get married. So they were planning to go to Qatar for, in my own, I think according to the rumor on the streets, they were going there to go get married. You know, all this destination wedding, right? That was what they were going to go and do. However, as it happened, they arrested IVD. Let me start from the story of where they actually. So Kuti Juice gave us a hint on Saturday, saying that one of Nafav bulls has allegedly been arrested by the Lagos State Director of Public Prosecutions. He has a case with the government. He's not supposed to travel till the case is over. He was arrested at the airport on his way to a famous Arab country. He is at the immigration custody now. He will be charged to magistrate court on Monday. So that news was written like that way. And then Stella Demokokos, I hope that's how to pronounce her name, she came out to let us know exactly what happened. So official Stella Demokoko said, businessman IVD arrested at the airport on his way to Qatar. Businessman IVD, real name Ikechukwu Ogbonna, was arrested at the airport on Friday, 1st of August, on his way to Qatar. Insider said the arrest has to do with the DV case against him regarding his late wife Bimbo, which is still in court. IVD is not supposed to leave Nigeria until the case is over. It is common sense, even here in diaspora, if you are being held for a case like that and you are on bail, you cannot leave the country. He will be detained until Monday, that was it, till tomorrow, when he will be charged to court. The love of his life, Blessing CEO, has confirmed the arrest to sources and is running around to see how she can help him. Apparently, she was not able to get him out because she eventually went on that trip alone. And then she came out to put a post up saying that I've never submitted any IVD never submitted any passport to the court. His passport was missing. And after 2 years to the case, he did a new passport. How was he even able to make a new passport? If Nigeria was that good, he should not have been able to make a new passport. There should be something on the system to say, to either flag, because obviously he has a case. So did he provide proof of that? Okay, police report say my passport is missing, because here in the UK, if you say your passport is missing, they expect you to go report at the police station, and the police will give you a copy to say you've reported your passport missing, and it is that police report that you can use to apply for another passport. So what did he take with him that they are now issued him with another passport? So Nigeria, that's what we are talking about. How was he able to get a new passport? How did we even know if he actually applied for that passport on his real name? I hope you guys are following me. If they have a check that they do, how was he? Do we even know? Maybe it was his real name he used in applying for that new passport. Maybe it's maybe he used one Dagbo name like that so that he can get away because he knew what he was getting into, but he just wanted to go abroad, right? So she continued, there was no ban whatsoever on him. If there was any, why would he make his travel public? IVD has never jumped bail for 3 years of the ongoing case. Why would he run for just a 10-day trip? Madam Blessing CEO, official Magiyash. Anything can happen in that 10 days. This is a game of politics and a dirty emotions, and I hope there is paperwork. I will question the law. So she's saying here, so that is the official Blessing CEO now. What are you charging him for? Show us your paperwork. Why are you holding him hostage just to please a woman? So I believe she's indirectly calling out Bimbo's sister, who was allegedly, IVD mentioned that she wanted to buy her. Wanted to buy him allegedly. This is tribal war. It has nothing to do with justice. This is no tribal. How is this a tribal war? Bimbo was a Yoruba girl married to an Igbo guy. Both of you are Igbos. How is this a tribal war? Maybe if you put yourself in the same shoes of Bimbo's family, this is not a tribal war. It's got nothing to do with tribalism. So I don't like a lady who seems to know everything. This is not a tribal war. Anyway, she continued, and the state must be questioned. Nobody arrested IVD. One man is using power to bully IVD. No case filed, no statement, just said Oga said hold him till Monday so we go lock him up. My question is for what? Apparently, obviously, she has been advertising this Qatar trip. So maybe they were just waiting to nab him. Maybe they are also on the social media, they are seeing everything. Say, you want to travel? Okay, have you checked with your lawyer if you can travel? Blah, 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 blah. So she went on to say, my question is for what? They know the judges are on vacation. That is why they bully. How come bloggers know everything that the police don't know? I wonder how much that woman paid you, Oga. I rest my case. Stop bullying IVD because he's a man. Stop intimidating him. Just because you could not take his life, you are doing everything to intimidate him. This is injustice. They have bullied him for over 3 years. Lagos State, please come into this before you get messy. Why are they holding IVD? At some point, she tagged that laughing cow with a nose ring. She tagged laughing cow with a nose ring. She did. And you guys can see my comment there. I said, my comment was that I guess he should have checked with his legal counsel about traveling since VDM knows he has an ongoing court case. I mean, I wanted to write IVD. Since IVD knows he has an ongoing court case, which is yet to be concluded, I'd imagine you would know. I can't remember. You know as that. I can't even read my own statement. I guess I wrote it that I would imagine you would know since you know everything. Since you know all things. That was what I intend to write there. Typo. Anyway, so she continued with they are still holding him. He's not done anything wrong. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. And like I said, at some point, IVD came out saying a load of stuff about Bimbo's family. They kidnapped my children. There's a way you can fight for the care of your children. Obviously, if I were to be from Bimbo's family, I would not want those children back to you. Because those children saw what went down. And this is a case of two couples who are toxic with one another. The children will have seen you at some point. Yes, I mean, they will say they were at boarding school. During their holidays, they will come home, right? They will have seen you do, his brother, Bimbo's brother said that there was a time his only son told him that dad, stop doing that to mom. It was alleged that IVD panabited his only son ruthlessly because the boy told him, don't do that to our mom. So if I was Bimbo's family, I wouldn't want those children back to you. But with that being said, as Bimbo's family, I would ensure you are carrying out your parental responsibilities on them financially. Maybe I will allow you to see them, but you can never keep them. You will not keep them. Yes, maybe by the time the case goes to court and the court says that, you're not guilty, even still at that, I will not give you my family will not allow you 100% paternity custody of those children because of the history you had with their mom. So that's the case of these people. There's a lady called Izzy on Instagram. She calls her Maggie Yansh, that she's holding on to dead body prick. This is where I rest my case. Guys, the link is in the comment section. I'm going to give you guys a chance to, jump in and share your views and opinion before I round up this story. Because for me, I am mad at both of them. Yes, both of them deserve each other because they are both toxic. And I just don't know. Guys, that's just a take on that story there. And like I said, the only reason why I'm faulting IVD was that when that incident happened, that should be when he should have been closer to his children. He should have mourned his wife, the mother of his children, together with his children, not run like a coward. He ran. If you are not guilty, why run? You should have mourned your wife with your children. Even means, even get in contact with the family. Try and let them know what this was what happened. Try and speak to them. They are your relative, they are your in-law for a reason. You have 5 children with their daughter, and that happened. You ran into the arms of the nearest woman. And yes, they did a challenge together. And something. I knocked you the first time I came to your office as a therapist. Can you imagine what you freaking grown-up adults were doing? And I'm of the opinion that blessing has been in the life of IVD when Bimbo is still alive. But we will never know that because Bimbo is no longer here to tell us. Anyway, guys, that's my take. There's links in the comment section if you guys want to jump in. Welcome, Papi. You have the floor.
Thank you.
network is dealing with Nigerian people today. Hey, Papi is trying, oh.
Five.
Your line is
See,
yeah,
about this IVD and Bimbo's case is
yes, sir. I'm giving Papi the chance.
Hello?
Hello, sir, we can hear you.
Network.
We can hear you, Papi. Papi is trying. Anyone else wants to go before Papi so that Papi can get his network connection back? And Papi said it's possible. We can hear you. Carry on. Hey, Nigeria network is dealing with Nigeria. So, anyway, I'm going to read your comments. It said, Uncle Papi said it's possible for the former passport to have expired while the police were holding it. So, if he went to the passport office to apply for another passport, they would have been able to see his previous copy, right? And they would have been able to check if it was expired. Abby? Because here in the UK, if you have an expired passport, they have a record of your previous one. So by the time they send out a new one to you, in fact, when you are renewing, they will ask you to send the old copy to them. Once they receive your old copy, there's a way they snip the corner. They cut the corner of that old one that has expired, and then they will send it together with your new one. That's what they do here in the UK when you are renewing your passports. At least I've renewed my passport twice, and that's what they've done. Even for all my children, they snip it. So if his passport was expired while the police were holding it, the immigration officer will have been able to ascertain that, okay, it's expired. All right, okay. And then they issued him another one. I mean, I don't know. He can then apply for a new one. Also, Nigerians can go exiling. When they say, why is she looking like a giant next to him in that picture? They are almost of the same height. Maybe she's just wearing heels. Guys, that's the link to join the live stream if you want to join in. If there are no more calls, I'm going to finish reading this comment and then we'll round up for tonight. All right. Let me check the back end to be sure I have not received messages. Okay, no messages in the back end. Abis Zeno said all four of them deserve each other. Yes, so they deserve each other. Tuface and Natasha, they deserve each other. These two as well, they deserve each other. They deserve each other. And this, honestly, like, that's what I'm going to keep saying. Obviously, Bimbo tried to leave. She tried to leave, but obviously she was prompted to return. IVD also, you heard from Bimbo's brother. Oh, Bimbo, IVD has already said he wanted to buy himself as well. And as husband and wife, they will make up. But when it came to the turn of his wife, he did nothing. He practically does not want her anymore. And it's all right, guys. Like, men, it's all right. If you don't want that woman anymore, let her know. Let her know that, you know what, I don't feel you anymore. I'm moving on. Do it in a matured way. Don't be a coward. But for him, obviously, as according to his wife was like, no, you heard the Bimbo's brother there. Money, does not have money to pay school fees, but he was going to the club every night and he was allegedly crashing out with a girl on Instagram. Who knows? Maybe Maginyash is the girl on Instagram allegedly. Who knows? Because Bimbo's brother did not give us the name of the person. So I won't be surprised if the person is Maginyash.
5.
Yeah, Abby.
I wanted to ask you, do you think that what's her name, Blessing, knew the condition of his bail? Because you know that I've said in previous lives that I feel like IVD is just a user. From everything that his late wife's brother said, it seems like he just uses people. And don't get me wrong, Blessing deserves to be used because she's thrown herself into a situation she has no business throwing herself into, from even offering him therapy and all of that stuff. So I'm wondering if it's even a case of not knowing the full extent,
but she's been going everywhere. She's been going everywhere with him now. So I would imagine that.
I mean the travel.
So obviously, for the travel, even if she doesn't know, like, it's common sense. He has an ongoing case, and what is possibly being going to be charged with. That was why I dropped my comment there that, okay, if they were not sure, they were guessing. Why didn't they just ask his legal counsel that, come, we are traveling so for 10 days. Am I able to do this? At least check.
I think these people just don't, just like every one of us, don't believe in the justice system of Nigeria and just thought they could get away with it because he's
Mm-hmm.
been, let's be honest, there's no reason why this guy should even be out to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Just
understand?
an example. Let me quickly cite an example. So you remember I was talking about the case of me social services with my son, and
Yeah.
then the police contacted me. I think I've shared it. They sent me. They gave me a caution.
Yeah.
A caution saying that obviously the law has changed in Scotland, which means no physical contact with a child regardless of their age. No physical contact. So because of that, they now issued me a caution, and the caution is like a warning. And they gave me two conditions. It's either I accept it, and then it stays on my name for 2 years, which means that if I change my employer, if I do a new disclosure, it's going to be on my new disclosure. But my new employer might not say anything wrong with it. But if I chose to refuse that caution, then they will now forward it to the procurator fiscal. It will go before the sheriff, and I might get a charge. So I was like, but this case, this is that this social service. So for me, I knew what that meant for me being a nurse. I did not hide the story from my employer from day one. So what did I do? I contacted my union. I said, this is what happened. Just a short summary, like a 2-sentence thing they asked me. And I sent them an email of the caution. And the legal team of my union called me to say, okay, they asked me what happened. I gave them the story, and they were like, you know what? Ideally, there are nurses who have done worse than that. NMC has not struck them off. It's good that you're being honest. Don't wait till you are due to revalidate, because we revalidate as a nurse every 3 years. I'm due to revalidate for the first time in September. So they advised me, don't wait till September. Contact them now. So what I'm trying to say is that they know they are traveling to Qatar. They know there's a court case pending. You're not able to discuss the case. You will have checked with your lawyer that, lawyer, we have this trip that we are planning. I hope there won't be any problem if we try to travel.
Okay, let me ask a question. So under normal circumstances, there's no reason why. So when you're in this situation where you can't leave the country, they should have his passport.
They should have his passport, exactly, yes.
He had a passport to travel with.
So that's why you asked him where was his passport. So maybe he's not being honest here.
But what we're saying is the same thing, is because it's a messed up society where somebody can have 2 passports. So my question here is even I asked a couple of questions, but another question is, how do we know that these people did not think they could get away with it because maybe they've wet some palms, they've told some people that, you know what, I'm coming, clear the border for me. And I'm even speaking from experience where if you know people at the airports, you can get away with a lot of things. Let's be honest, depending on how your connections are set up. Because even you see what Uncle Dio said, that a lot of people have said it, that it could have been a plan to elope for him not to come.
Yes, I saw a comment, and someone was like, you know what, when they were making too much noise about it on social media, they could have traveled to Ghana. Even traveling to Ghana is still going to be going out of the thing. They still might not be even able to travel to Ghana because that's Nigeria.
He's not supposed to leave Nigeria, possibly even Lagos State, to be fair.
Exactly. So he still won't even be able to leave Ghana, because if he gets to Ghana, they might still stop him there.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just think that ultimately, BCO she deserves whatever she's getting. She deserves to be used. But I think that IVD is actually the mastermind here, unfortunately. And you have someone that is very desperate, I guess, for a man, and also quite silly. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
I mean, for me, that's what I would have done. Okay, you are on bail. With that, there will be conditions. So you should not even be knowing that you are on bail, because they put you on bail. They could have put you in prison, which means you won't even be able to move between Lagos and whatever. But then you are on bail. Normal thing for them to do is like, you're applying a trip. Check with your legal counsel. Oh, we are traveling on an holiday, luxury holiday. So are we able to travel? I'm sure if they've asked that question, they would not be in this limbo they found themselves. So he was stopped. He was trying to travel, and they asked him at the immigration that where is his passport. He said he does not have a passport. So how did he intend to travel? So he went to make a new passport. That was why I was like, okay, if he says he lost his passport, how did he apply for the new one? Did he bring a proof that his previous passport was lost if it was not taken? If his passport was not collected, I would imagine that when he wanted to go and make a new passport, they would have asked him that, okay, you say your other passport don't lost, Abby. Okay, where the police report, where take go report, because like here in the UK, like I said, if you misplace your passport, you need to report it to the police, and you'll be given a reference number, and it is that number that will enable you to go apply for a new one. So in this case, I would imagine that maybe ants don't change ants. That was why they were able to make him another one at the passport office. Ideally, even going to Ghana, because I said there that people were like, oh, even if you want to travel, you've been saying it everywhere. People know about all of this, your plan. You could have just done it hush hush. You could have just taken him through Ghana, and when you get to Ghana, go and book your flight. Even going to Ghana, you might even be, be going against the conditions of your bill. Because what they are charging him for is something manslaughter, if I'm not mistaken. You can't leave. And yes, they paraded themselves. My wife to be, we are going to Qatar. Blah blah. Yes. Abby, your network is showing shaky.
No, involuntary.
Exactly. So you have such a case, even as much as it sounds like an English, it's still a serious case. It's still a serious case. You want to check with your lawyers that, okay, I don't want to say whereby I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You want to check. And I don't think it thinks anything of the case anyways. It doesn't even freaking care about the life we don't lose anyway. So he thought he could do and undo. Well, Monday is almost here that we get the updates. And the Auntie Maginia, she's telling us that, oh, it's tribal. No, there's nothing tribal in this. There's nothing tribal in this. I believe as a therapist that you are, that you always come across as if you know everything. Your brain should have asked you to check. But she's saying that, oh, there was no condition that he's not able to travel. For where? Anyway, I'm going to read your comments, guys.
I don't understand. Tribal in what sense?
I don't understand that saying tribalism. I don't understand that.
And he's Igbo. But he was married to their sister that was Yoruba the whole time.
Yoruba. Exactly. So I don't understand how she was saying that it's now a case of tribalism. Where it was funny to me was when he actually tagged Laughing Cow with a nose ring. She tagged that one.
She tagged him for what?
I don't know.
Someone that they used to fight a lot. That's very funny.
She tagged him. I was like, are you for real? Mr. Sunday said, we are talking about a loss of life. What's that got to do? Exactly. Innocent children are involved. What about their futures? It's Bimbo. Exactly. I don't really think he cares about. To him, Bimbo is gone. And I was so mad during that interview that he was referring to her as my ex. No, she was not your ex. She was your wife up until her death. She's not your ex. She was your widow. You should have referred to her as late wife, not ex. I was pissed. Like, no. And people were attacking me. Hey, what's your own? I'm like, yeah, it's my own. You were never divorced or whatever it is that was between both of you. She was married to you until her last breath. So if at all you were going to refer to her, you should have referred to her as dead wife. And he was saying ex. Maybe he never cheated anybody before. So he was just looking for a way to start using the word ex. Guys, I'm rounding up soon. I'm going to read your comment and then we'll round off now. Papi saying hello to Sisi. Sisi said, exactly, Mom, why didn't they check? If you're not deemed a flight trickster, then you don't have to. Exactly. If they don't think that you'll be running, they wouldn't have taken your passport. But now they're saying to us now that his passport. So there's two stories about the passport. So I think Maginia is telling us that his passport was missing. He don't lose his passport. That his passport was not collected. We'll find out on Monday. But then for me, I will check. Just like I was saying about my case with my son that called social worker for me. I had to seek advice from the NMC. I mean, from RC and my work union. And my work union said to me that, you know what, it's good that you allowed you let your employer know from the beginning when this case started. And yes, when the case started, they were like, you know what, just let NMC know that there are nurses who don't commit graver offenses way past my own 100 times. They are still working as a nurse. So that they don't think it's going to be a big deal, but I should not delay it. And yes, I self-referred myself. I went onto the website. I told them this happened. And then they reached out to me. They reached out to my employer. And my employer had a chat with me. My big boss. Yeah, the big boss. Apart from my manager, there's another big head of my... She had a chat with me and I explained to her. And she herself, she was shocked. When I told her, she was like, what? A caution for what? Like, she was shocked. And she was like, no, Wemi, I don't have any concerns about you. I'm going to write back to NMC. And that should be the end of it. So if I had not checked, if I'm waiting till I was due to do my validation, it might have there might be a clause. They might not renew my license because I've not let them know way long. The incident happened in March. I got a caution towards end of May. No, towards the end of June. So ideally, I should let them know. But I was a bit delayed because I was trying to seek legal advice. And yes, I was able to get the legal advice who said, don't wait till September. Get in contact with them now. And I did. And at least I'm happy. I'm at peace with myself. But maybe if I do disclosure, that's when it will come out that hey, I was given a caution. So they should have checked. Both of them should have checked with their legal service to say, we are going to talk. We are going on holiday. Blah blah blah. This, can you check? And we'll be able to do this. Is there not going to be any issue? They should have checked. But at least whatever it is, it serves them rights. Oh yeah, they said not only that, it thought it could I don't know that English. Finagle the traveling. Sister said, from hearing IVD speak, it's clear he's in the sharp. He is not, though. He is not. I have a lot to say. Me and my wife to be, we have a business that we are going to bring. Okay. And yes, Abby already knows how to read the man anyway, that he's a user. Both of them deserve each other. Let them use each other. However, ignorance is a defense. Papi said it's the same process here, but fine. All right, okay. You can't even people were like, so when I start seeing the comment in the comment section that, oh, Shebi, you were loud in it, you are doing Pepper Them Gang, something that you should have done codedly and go to Ghana. So I was like, maybe that was their plan. Maybe they were trying to use this as a jackpot process for him. But then even the Ghana, that people were like, oh, it's something they should have codedly done. You should have just go to Ghana and then from Ghana book your Qatar flight. Even Ghana, you cannot go. You can't step out. The worst come to the worst. They will tell you that you can't even travel out of a certain city. But they know better. The therapist knows better, but it ends up that she doesn't freaking know a dime. Yeah, that's what Papi said, that you can't even go to Ghana. Papi said the PDA is all a plot by them to divert the people from thinking that they're exactly. For me, at some point, I was thinking that maybe they were going there to have a destination wedding. Have a destination wedding and not come back. Blessing CEO was trying to play the tribal card to whip up sentiments. She deliberately settled with VDM to stop him from dragging her. That one does not have a time now. Maybe tomorrow, that one will set camera. Mr. Sonny said, what you put out into the world often comes back to you. It's important to remember that karma reflects the energy we create and share. Absolutely, I agree with you. Blessing talks so much. Yes, so, and she believes she knows it all. That's her problem. She believes she knows it all. And me, I still want to know that school she went. That school where they gave her the therapy certificate. They said that it was an online school. Wait, what is the name of the online school? Now, Open University should go. Which of the school did she get a therapist license from? The online school where did they teach her there that you meet your client for the first time, you academics them the first time? You meet a client for the first time and you carry on with them in your office for the first time. Is that what they taught her at the school of therapists or whatever it is? Sissy said, why does he need to launch business with Blessing COO? At some point during that interview, Blessing CEO like, I met IVD when he had nothing. This guy was into auto business, not one or multiple in Lagos. He was into auto business. So what do you mean you met him when he had nothing? So maybe whatever it is now, I don't know, but they are both coming up with some. We don't know what that thing is, but we shall see. Fear this type of men, always leeching off women. Janet G said, you still need a passport to go to Ghana. All right, okay. So at some point, they probably would have stopped him at the border as well, except he also lied to say that he does not have a passport. He might keep the passport, but lie that he doesn't have a passport after and don't exchange hands, allegedly. Sister said previously it was Bimbo staring exactly because Bimbo claimed that she made him. Bimbo alleged that she made IVD. That, she was able to talk to people not to arrest him, blah, 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 blah. Those were the words of Bimbo. And you guys heard from our brother there as well. So coming up with the ideas, now it's Blessed Stone. Genegy said, Open University is legit. Yeah, Open University is legit. Blessing can't afford. That's why I said that she should let us know which online school she went to, because people were like, oh, she went to online school. That is Mr. Integrity has a bigger fish to fry at the moment. Yes, so yes. Zido said you cannot have anything with a client for 5 years after being a patient, but only in Nigeria. The first time you meet your client in academic spa, oh, oh, the first time only in Nigeria. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go now. I don't know if any one of you wants to add last few bits before I go. There's work tomorrow. I'm working 4 days this week, and I'm not looking forward to those 4 days. I'm gonna be tired. So I've got another 5 minutes before I round up. And while I am waiting for that 5 minutes around, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. We have been here for 2 hours, 15 minutes. Thank you to Abby. Thank you to Abby. So yeah, it's just sad. And obviously, my lasting words here, women, if you're in a DV relationship, please don't stay. I'm also curious to know what happens to that other woman that we were talking about her on Friday. The one that the husband panibated her 4 days after she gave birth to a baby. I really wanted to know what became of her, if she survived or not. If I find that, I will definitely bring the story here. It's just not worth it. And I'm going to say this to men, like, if you are in that mood of panibating your wife, just go to Oshodi. You will see lots of her below there. Go and trade blows with them. If you feel like doing that to your wife, go and trade blows. Abby said I didn't even do anything. If you feel like trading blows, trading punches, just hold yourself, put your hands to your chest like this and walk out of the house and go to Oshodi or the nearest garage to you. Go and trade that blow with an agbero there, with a tout. Go and do that. I'm hoping she recovers as well, because 4 days postpartum and you panibated her in the presence of her mom. Anyway, my gender, please do not stay. Me that I'm sitting down here, thankful, touch wood, there's no case of DV. If there's case of DV, me, yes, I have 5 children. As they are 5 now, the last one is 13 years old. She can cater for herself. If what's come to the worst, I pack my bags, I disappear. I will, because I am not born into this world for a man to now turn me to punching bag. Never. And for any of us not to go and meet Baba God, I would rather pack my bags and leave. I am a product, like I always say. I watched my parents. DV existed between both of them. My mom took majority of the bearing of that DV. She did. Panabiting basketballs every day. And I have a trauma from that. Till tomorrow, I still have that trauma. So as a woman, if you're staying, I'm staying because of my children, and I'm going to keep saying this, if your children grow up to love you, just be thankful to God, because some children will grow up and they will detest you as a mother, saying, why did you stay? This is what I'm bothering. This is what I'm trying. I'm living with. I'm living with this. I'm living with that. I'm living with this as a result of you staying with my dad. Don't end up. If I don't pray, find yourself in a situation whereby your children will now turn against you. They say, you should have left with us, mom. You should have left. You stayed. Now I've got trauma. And yes, I still have that conversation with my mom every now and then. Amen, Samuel. I still have that conversation with my mom that why, like, I'm hoping that she will change her response to me. See, this Nigeria that I'm going soon, I'm still going to ask her again. I will ask her face to face again that why did you stay? Their age now, my dad is 77 or 76 or 77, if I'm not mistaken. So he's more mellowed now. More mellowed. In fact, him being mellowed is at the mercy of my mom now. He is at the mercy of my mom. At the mercy of my mom, not that maybe he's begging, It's my mom that will do the cooking. It's my mom that will make sure that, he hits on time. It's my mom that will make sure that, he gets his medical checkup, he goes to check his health. Yeah, they're Agbalagba, so they still do their medical checkup. My mom will make sure all of that is being done. If my mom no cook, Baba will go and find food outside. But then, what food do you want to eat outside that can be compared to what, proper freshly cooked food at home? So now, when I went to Nigeria the last time, my dad is much more calmer now. I never for once in my life thought I would see my dad as calm as he was when I saw him last. So, please, women, some women they might be lucky to be able to walk out with their 2 legs. So far, some of the popular ones that we know today, they never had a chance. That is Bimbo, dead wife of IVD. That is Osinachi. And many more like that. Please don't let your case be among these numbers. That's all I'm going to say. DV, you walk out. If it's difficult for you because you don't have financial means to live with your children, it's all right to leave. Anyway, with that being said, always check in with your children. Let your family check in on your children. Because some men, they will not want you to live with the children. And some men will happily allow you to take the children, and because they want you to suffer with the hope that you will come back. But whatever it is that actually make up your mind to live with those children, don't be forced to come back. Don't be forced to come back. That's my word for you. I'm going to read your comment, guys, and then we'll leave. We have been here for 2 hours. Zeno with license. I'm live. Sana said, Zeno BCO don't know that too. Na Maginia, she started the data therapist thing. How many clients she get? Who are her clients? Who are her clients? Abby said, I'm anxious for an update on that lady. I hope she recovers. I'll keep checking Instagram. If I find any update, I'll bring it. The way she was staring into space, exactly. I just pray she survives. So I pray she survives because he panicked her till she felt unconscious. Janet just said, picking up a woman just after giving birth. Exactly 4 days after. 4 days after. In the presence of her mom. I swear to God, I said it yesterday. If I was that wife's mom, if I was the mother, those children, the baby and the one on my back, I will go to my neighbor and say, neighbor, let me keep these children here for 1 hour. I will go to the nearest garage, go to ATM, carry 10,000 naira, look for 2 Agbolo boys, tell them, say, I want you to go and panic somebody for me. If you do that for me, I will give you this money. That is what I will do. So he has a taste of what he did. The police were actually questioning him. He could not even open his mouth to say, I do gbasgbos, I give him gbasgbos. He could not. We had an issue. The police asked him, you beaten your wife or not? He could not. That shows how, in fact, you don't know that he is. Janet say, I'm staying single and keeping my peace. Never say never. The good one might come. The good one might come. Amen to that part. Amen to that prayer, Samuel. I really appreciate. Thank you. It shouldn't be, DV shouldn't be any woman's portion. It shouldn't be. And yes, I'm encouraging men to come out and talk as well. If you're a man and you're in a relationship or married and you're experiencing DV, come and talk. Women that are talking, they do not have 2 heads. They do not have 2 heads. Come out and talk. Come and hear it. Yes, at times, women that are receiving gbasgbos, people will still blame them. Yes, as a man, people will say, oh, you are not a man, did it, but you are how you're speaking your truth. That's all I have to say. Spencer Sonny said, please leave mommy alone, Joe. Time has changed. Our mother sacrificed a lot for us. Exactly. And she's lucky to have a child like me because I don't joke with my mom. Yes, so I don't joke with her. I don't joke with her. Now, the way we fight, now so we reconcile. I don't joke with her. Anyway, with that being said, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate you keeping me company here. I hope we've learned 1 or 2 lessons here. Let's raise our boys right. Let's raise our girls right. And don't be that parent that your child, or God forbid this for any of our child, that somebody you love will come, tell you that they're experiencing DV, and you are saying, you need to go back to that husband. Don't be that parent. You need to be a parent that you put your hands on my children. I swear to God, I will ensure you will be. I will ensure you are blue-black. That will be the mother that I will be. You touch my kids, you marry them, you tell them to punching bag, I will make sure you turn bala blue as well. That's my own. Exactly, Papi. They will. I will just say, come, somebody just do this to my Peking. Come, I get 10,000 naira for now. If you help me, give her correct water. Give her correct water. And I will let him know that, yes, I am the one that brought them. That is what I will do. But obviously, the mama was just looking. I'm sure, but the mama would have been like, make you can't do the same. But then, for such a man to do so in the presence of a mother-in-law, Kai, I hope they're not going to, if that woman survives, I hope they're not going to ask her to go back to the man. But I won't be surprised if we see that they say she should go back. I won't be surprised. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you all. Like I said, I'm working 4 days this week. My day off is Wednesday. I don't know. I might be dropping late evening videos. I'll be dropping some sit-down videos. I'll try and come if I see any story like that I find interesting that I want us to talk about. I'll try. It might be from after 8 o'clock because I start at 7 and I finish at 8 o'clock. So maybe if I finish on time, I might just prop an impromptu live stream on any of those days. But I'll try and keep up here. With that being said, thank you so much all of our guests here today. Papi, I appreciate your presence here. Uncle Beno, my area father, thank you so much for being here. Mr. Sunday, thank you. Jeneji, thank you for that super chat. What was that again? That Chucky, thank you also for that super chat. I really appreciate you. Sanatu, I see you. Thank you. Jeneji, Zino, I see you. CC, my beautiful sister, I see you. Mr. Sunday, I see you. Thank you so much. Onyade, I see you as well. Thank you so much for always coming back. Who is there again? I hope I've not missed anybody. I've already called Zeno. Thank you, Zeno, for being here. Who else have I missed? Joe Uju, thank you, Joe Uju, for being here. Who else again? The preacher, thank you so much for always coming up. Hey, my beautiful sister Biba, I see you there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right, I'm going to go. If I've missed you, apologies, it wasn't intentional. Hello, Abby. I'm away. I hope your network is still behaving. Right, guys, thank you so much, and as I see, don't go to jail for nobody. Oh. Exactly, as a woman, don't go to jail for a dead man prick you. Yeah, exactly, don't go to jail. Like I've always said, and don't die for anybody. Me, I will not die for any man. I will not die for my husband. I'm sorry, and I've told him, don't die for me either. Àwọn kan wáyé wá jayé, àwọn kan wáyé wá ṣe kíní kan. I came to this world to live my life happy. If anything is going to disrupt my peace, I am out. That is it. Don't die for anybody. Don't die for anybody. That's the last one. Thanks so much, Mr. Sunday. I'll see you guys at some point in the week. And I've dropped some of the videos that Yabo Joe did replying Very Dark Man. I've dropped them there because, yes, I was not able to download them from her page because she did not make them public. So, guys, go catch up to date with that and we'll see what happens. I'm sure he has already made another video based on that live stream that Yabo Joe did. But I'm tired already. We'll be catching up later. See you guys later, right? Bye, everybody.